Oh my god, why is there an ad break? Holy shit! Oh well, let me see. So I literally just went on to r/ am I the asshole, and immediately, just immediately, it's really bad. Ew.
I mean, you know the ones that look innocent and then end up being awful are the ones that look awful and end up being like
Do you
great.
see what I'm saying?
I mean, I clicked off the tab, but yeah.
Yikes. There's an update on that one. Wow.
Hmm.
I already don't like this.
That one's already graded though.
Yeah, that one already is an asshole. I can tell just from the fucking title.
I think the one below it probably also gonna be another asshole.
Right?
Like having kids does not mean you stop being a person.
So I 30-year-old female. I've known my friend for about 5, almost 6 years. Holy shit. I think my stream's gonna crash. Yikes.
Oh no.
Uh, know my friend for about 5, almost 6 years. I consider her my best friend, and so does she back. Okay. She gave birth 2 months ago. I'm gonna copy strike from the fucking TV. Give me 2 seconds.
My gosh. I know. Muted. I can hear you.
Let's hope
Jada.
I don't get copy striked. Where was I? Okay. Um, she gave birth 2 months ago. I know her husband and have been along the journey from the start. They're both amazing and we're second family, you know. Fast forward to last night, and for context, this has been building up for a while. Me and my friend got into a full on argument. She kept going on and on about the struggle of birth, and I sympathized, but then she said something that really set me off. This is a throwaway account, but I gave birth almost 7 years ago. I was a surrogate for a family who couldn't get pregnant, and it worked out fine. My boyfriend knows, my friend knows, but she said, yeah, but you had a choice. I don't. She didn't have a choice in having a kid? That's a red flag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I, along with my partner, are happily child free and don't want any of our own. He and I have talked about this extensively. I told her that she chose this and she shouldn't complain because she actually wants the baby she birthed. It got messy. She said I have it easy because I don't have to deal with the aftermath of pregnancy. I told her that's true, but she chose it and I didn't. Am I the asshole for being blunt with her and just telling you like it is?
See, being
She
the
chose
health
it
effect
and
or
I
being
didn't.
uh this is completely confronting to me, actually. Like, for, just what does it mean?
This is
I feel like we're missing a lot
confusing.
of details. This is very, very bare bones. It's
Yeah,
missing a
yeah.
lot of detail. It sounds like it's hiding something, but even if it's not,
Absolutely. Because this person is like, they were a surrogate, but they didn't choose to be? Is that what I'm getting?
no,
Because
no,
why would they say. Because, like, I told her that's true, but she.
that's just confusing.
Not the asshole, you're speaking the truth in what sounds like a very reasonable way. That said, 2 months into raising an infant is tough on anyone. Understand she's probably emotionally, mentally, physically exhausted. A good reason. Yeah.
I just feel like we're missing a lot of possibly important details.
Yeah. I'm. Scroll up. Oh my god, lag. I'm going to say probably not the. I don't think either of them are the asshole. I just think that there's some kind of misunderstanding there. Yeah. I don't know about like choosing to, because like it could be something to do with like the Roe v. Wade stuff, but we don't like have
Hmm.
any of that information. Would I be the asshole? Interesting. For if I say she needs to tell her age when we meet new people.
Mm.
My wife and I met 20 years ago when we were 22 and 25, respectively. Back then we looked the same age, but now at 45, I look like I'm in my mid 50s, while at 42, my wife looks like she's in her late 20s. I feel that. That's like my parents. My mom looks super young. And my dad doesn't look like super old, but he doesn't look as young as her, I don't think. We have lived in the same neighborhood since we got married, but we recently had to move and change our kids' school. So nothing prepared me for how incredibly awkward it would be to enroll our kids in a new school and get to know new neighbors when I look like I'm in my 50s, my wife looks like she's in her late 20s, and our kids are both teenagers. It's one thing for people to assume I have a controversially young wife when it's just the two of us, I couldn't care less. But it's another when I have to introduce our children, because if they think my wife is around 28, it would make me seem like a creep who got an underage girl pregnant. I asked my wife if she could start mentioning her age when we introduce ourselves, but she said I'm being ridiculous and that it would be incredibly awkward for her to do so. I don't think it's to avoid being labeled a creep. Would I be the asshole if I insist after she said no? Um,
Okay, so that one, I think, yeah, it does. Like, if the question comes up, then yeah, it's a thing to mention. But preemptively, that's just kind of weird.
yeah,
Like, I
to
understand
mention
the
it out of
impulse, but
nowhere,
it's
I
not
think. Yeah. But like if it came
like,
up,
"Hi, nice to meet you. I'm actually 42." That's that's not
yeah.
how you talk to people. So it's like I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he'd be like an asshole, but like he shouldn't do this. Cuz
Yeah,
I
probably
do
don't.
get that like why he would want to avoid being labeled as a creep, especially now. But um
Mhm.
yeah. If it doesn't come up, and it doesn't matter. You're the asshole. So what if people judge, take it as a I have a hot wife and then jealous and move on? Unless you're like 5 years old, it's awkward to just throw your age on introductions. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, and then women also hate mentioning age as well. It's like a cardinal rule to never ask a woman's age, let alone just throw it out there in conversation. Yeah. Oh no. This is my husband's response when I tried to get him to start moisturizing. I warned him he would be sad when he realized he was old and leathery and I still looked young and hot. He said, I won't be sad because I will have a young, hot wife. He was mistaken for my dad recently. He really needs to moisturize. Yikes. Maybe OP is the only one who thinks his wife looks 28 because he looks so much older, and most people probably don't even care. That's true. A lot of them might not. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Hi, I'm instant name. I'm 42. Sounds random and super awkward. Would you believe we've been together since she was 20 and I was 25? I guess she got the better Asian genes. Yeah, like, yeah, that's true. I think just not mentioning it, unless it's brought up, is the play.
Yeah.
This is my wife of 20 years also works, yeah. This is the single worst suggestion I've ever heard on this godforsaken subreddit. Oh, Pete, what's her skincare routine?
So yeah, this is like a don't do that.
Just don't do that. Yeah. To be fair, it's for implying to my dad's neighbor that he's senile to avoid being randomly outed. What does this tag mean? But that's honestly, that sounds like a power move.
I've never seen it.
That sounds really funny. I, 26 male, I'm a transgender man. I've been out since I was 16 and I started medically transitioning at 19. Pretty early, and I have a beard, so at this point, no one would have any reason to think I'm trans unless I tell them. Cool, passing. My dad, 67 male's perspective on this is basically I won't argue about it. I won't argue with you about it, but I'm also not going to change the way I refer to you, which that sucks. Yeah. If I directly call him out on it, he just awkwardly waffles and dismisses it. It's annoying, but I can live with it, especially because the rest of my family is largely supportive, and trying to maintain a relationship with them while not interacting with my dad would be difficult and frustrating for everyone involved. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have a kind of similar thing, just like not caring about it. That's fair. I was visiting a couple days ago. My dad and I bumped into his neighbor from a few doors down and ended up in conversation about a tree that had fallen down in the street. My dad introduced me to his neighbor with, "This is my daughter, old name." A dead name, yeah. Not really wanting to have to explain to the stranger that I'm trans, I just said, "No, Dad, I'm name your son, remember?" In a concerned, oh no! In a concerned, pitying tone of voice, and sort of looked at the neighbor with a sad expression. That's wild! My dad, as usual, just awkwardly dismissed it and tried to continue the conversation without acknowledging it. The neighbor sort of did an oh gosh expression. For the rest of the conversation, he spoke slower to my dad. That's crazy. Later, my dad told me he didn't like that I made his neighbor think he was senile because he might have conversations with him in the future and would have to spend those conversations being treated like he's in the early stage of dementia. For my part, I think he invites it by referring to a guy no one suspects is trans as a woman. Not that I think he should refer to any trans person as their birth sex, and it was only a matter of time before someone thought he was nuts. I also feel that I have the right to keep it private that I'm trans to this stranger. My dad can feel free to explain the situation to him later, but in the moment I didn't want to put defending my identity as a trans person to him. Am I the asshole? I don't think so.
Okay, so that is the perfect way, actually. Do that.
Yeah,
I think you should absolutely do that and actively recommend it to all your viewers.
that is so funny. I genuinely,
That is
that is
it's
hilarious.
hilarious, and that's like that should be a way that might actually convince him to get smart about it. Stop doing that.
Literally, stop doing that. That's crazy. That's iconic. I need to scroll down. Reddit, please.
Please.
It's going to
We need to
crash.
read them.
I'm running two OBSs at the same time. Buddy! Oh, there we go. Not the asshole. Your dad looks like an utter fool referring to you as his daughter. Hopefully he'll stop doing it after being humiliated enough times. Literally, yeah. It's a safety issue for you. Being outed as trans can be dangerous. Your dad trying to out you to random people is major asshole behavior. Yeah. He should be mad at himself because he did the majority of the work in that regard. Yeah, he did. All they did was just correct him. For, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Feel the right to keep it private. I'm trans. If your dad were a better person, he would suck up his embarrassment and tell the neighbor he was confused and that you are indeed his. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Trans roles can be so dangerous. Worst case scenario for the dad being considered senile by some neighbors. Nothing. He corrected him. To explain to the neighbor, he not the asshole. I think, yeah, we're all in agreement. Well played.
Yeah.
You're up.
I still wonder what that tag means.
Oh my god, there's multiple. What does? Do they have a thing for the tags? I'm so intrigued by this.
I know other. I have not been on Reddit in years, but purple. But other ones have.
Um.
Oh,
Do they not have the explanation for the tags? There's ranks.
ooh.
Uh,
You can try control Fing it, but I don't
oh,
know.
there we go.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What
Oh,
is
there it
crew
is.
mode? Crowd control method. We have to filter comments. Number of rule breaking comments that make. I see. So something that's
Okay.
like maybe controversial or like to the safety of the OP op. What
Yeah.
the fuck do you call it? Anyways, I was interested in this one 9 hours ago. Am I the asshole for telling my skinny friend that she's obese? Hi, me and my friend are both 17 female. Wow, okay then. I'm obese, nearly morbidly obese according to the internet. I don't really care about that stuff because love is more important and I'm happy with my mate, with my weight, as you should be. Um, oh my god. But it's kind of an important part. My friend Maria is average, if not quite skinny. She's made fun of my weight before, but she always says it's just a joke. That's not cool. That is. You should get it in your friend. Yikes. Friend group if she's fat. I understand being insecure, but it genuinely really exists, and it's weekly while we're eating lunch at this point. She never eats her lunch and always throws it away, then points to mine and tells me that I'm eating so much and that even half of that will fill her up. That's not. She's just making fun of you. Obviously. No. She said this
But
every day
keep
for the
reading.
past 3 or 4 months. I don't think she's on a diet or anything. She just makes weird comments like that a lot. That's 100% just insulting you. You need to fucking get away from her. Today she asked to try my jacket on because she was cold. I thought she was actually cold, but after she said, "Oh my god, this is so huge on me. Does this actually fit you?" Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly, but my other friend started to laugh. I told her that she does look fat, and she looks fatter than me, and that my jacket fits her really well. No, you're not the asshole for that. That is her fucking karma. Don't fucking do that. Don't fucking insult your friend and then like get bitchy when you get what you asked for. Like,
Okay, so for one, I definitely the OP's not the asshole. Like her friend's
definitely not.
definitely
No,
the
no, no.
asshole. Her friend also probably has like a eating disorder. For one, like needs to actually tackle that. That she should not be hoisting that on her friends, but like she probably
Yeah.
is only acknowledging it in that space. So it's like the answer is get some help.
Yeah, definitely. But like, even if she does have like an
It
ED,
sounds like
it doesn't give her
she's
the right to make
genuinely.
fun of her friend. I mean, it doesn't say if like this is
So yeah,
only
definitely.
meant on the OP, because if she only mentions her weight around the OP, then that's just fucking insulting. She got quiet and changed the subject, but to me and asked me why would I say that when I know she's insecure. Hello? Like, take 2 seconds to look at her behavior first before writing that. I told her that I'm tired of her fishing for compliments and being rude to me because of my weight. She said that I'm just jealous of her and she left me on parents for advice, but they agree with her and think I was very rude, but I don't know how else I would have made it stop. What? No, absolutely not. What the hell? Everyone sucks here. Why would you consider her your friend? Obviously, she's a giant. Also, nearly as obvious that she has some kind of eating disorder and you just went and poked that sore spot. Yeah. My body constantly. I don't know damn eating disorder. Yeah. Like, I get that they probably have an eating disorder, but it doesn't excuse their behavior for that. Yeah, when my friend keeps making constant
Yeah.
comments, I decide to reply back, it's bad. Yeah. If they're constantly nagging about my body in a negative light to make me feel worse, then they clearly don't care about me, so why should I care about them, even if they have an eating disorder and projecting their insecurities on me? Yeah, exactly that. It's basically saying since OP's friend has an eating disorder, OP has to care about her feelings and make sure she doesn't offend her when she's insulted, even though their friend is constantly putting them down. Yeah. Just because she has a disorder, the consequence of her own actions. This, oh my god, that, yeah. Heck, OP technically has a health condition, and her friend made fun of it. Why can't she handle these harmful jokes when it's aimed at her? Why is it bad all of a sudden? Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if she made it clear before that she didn't like the jokes, because Like if her friend's defending herself by saying it's just a joke every time, then it probably was like I she said something to the effect of I don't like it. So yeah, the other friends definitely yeah,
Yeah.
big asshole.
Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. What was the other one that I found interesting? This one. What even is. What even
God.
happened here to make the title Am I the Asshole for Telling My Sister That She'll Never Be Black? To give some background, my father and my mother met when they were 25 and 35. Ooh, yeah. 10-year age gap. When my father was going through a divorce with his wife. My dad thought he and his wife were finished, so he and my mother had a hookup, which resulted in me. It wasn't anything serious, so when my dad and his wife decided to work things out mid-divorce, my mother was not affected at all. With a child? Okay then. Growing up, I never felt neglected by my stepmother when staying with my dad. She was always loving and caring and treated me like her own. My older siblings loved and cared for me except Bianca, female 23. I don't know how much older that is than OP. They
Mm-hmm.
never they never
Yeah.
specified.
Open.
Yeah. And just older, I guess. Um when I
Mm-hmm.
visited my dad, she would always want to touch my hair and ask me questions about why do I look dirty and not clean. Like, hello?
Oh my god.
That's wild. And that's older sibling? That's crazy. Holy shit. She would ask me why my hair was so curly and black and not blonde and straight like theirs. If that was a younger sibling, I could maybe guess and excuse that, but if it's older, that's crazy. What? No, that's just straight up plain racism. Um, Even though Bianca cooled down over the years, back in 2021, she started wanting to wear wigs, long acrylic nails, getting really dark tans, box braids, and cornrows. No! Why? She posted a picture on her Instagram in 2022 wearing traditional African attire along with
Oh.
cornrows. She got blasted and took it down and began ranting to the family about how she couldn't pay homage to the culture she likes. No! Dude, have you not heard cancel culture at all? Christ. We're now in 2024, but Bianca hasn't let go of wanting to look or appear black, but is more toned down. Recently, she invited me to brunch with her friends, and I accepted. When I arrived, I saw a group of girls wearing really dark spray tans, weaves, long acrylic nails, some had in braids, and they're chatting in, oh, AAVE. Yes, I've known them all my life, but not looking like this. Yikes.
Hmm.
Yikes. Bianca was there and asked if I had any issue with this because she just had to live her truth and couldn't hide it anymore, and this is who she is. Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, she stated that
I
I
read.
inspired her and that she loves my skin color. I have a skin color similar to that of Zendaya. I was uncomfortable and was about to leave until Bianca let the N word slip. What? That's insane. Absolutely not the asshole. I was so angry that I began cursing at her, asking her what could have possessed her to say such a thing. She brushes me off and say that I'm overreacting and it's not that serious. It is a literal slur. What do you mean? Hearing this, I
Is,
snapped.
is this real life?
This is crazy. Hearing this, I snapped and told her that she's a pale white girl who will never be black and to get over it and stop being childish. She stared at me blankly before starting to bawl her eyes out. I left after she began to cry, and when I got home, I got a bunch of messages from my father's side of the family, bombarding me with messages saying I was a mistake and I'm not wanted, and how could someone be so cruel to their own sister and that I'm an a hole. What? My mother, stepmother, father, and other siblings think I'm in the right. Thank God somebody has sense. But my extended family hasn't stopped leaving me messages every day telling me I'm wrong and to apologize. So am I the asshole? No.
So she found her sister like 2 steps away from doing blackface, basically.
Basically.
Saying slurs out loud. All her friends are. No, not
Yikes.
that.
No. I'm glad at least like the mom,
Why?
the stepmom, and the father knows. How could like the parents of this sibling just not have said anything or like let her keep doing this like the entire time? Just what? What?
And I'm
Uh,
assuming that the extended family that's chastising doesn't actually know the whole story because there's no way they could forgive this if they were
there's no way.
normal people.
I'm assuming that like this Bianca had to have like told them something different because there's no way. Not the asshole. Did you tell your family she said the N word? She was already taking it way too far, but saying that word crossed a big line. Yeah, if they're still on her side after that, I blocked them. I don't know what Bianca told them. Yeah, they never disclosed it. I just got home to a bunch of messages calling an a-hole and saying I'm in the wrong and should apologize. I never had any issue with my extended family, so maybe they're good at putting on a face and a front and being fake behind closed doors. Send out a mass text disclosing that she said the N word. She absolutely left that part out in her sob story. Yeah, definitely. Told a wildly different story than what actually happened. If that's it, then I feel like Bianca knows she was in the wrong. She definitely does, yeah. I hate this. A white girl says the N word and black girl comes and asks if she's the asshole. People cannot be this dumb. Screw your extended family. Can your father and stepmother talk to them? Yeah. Like, how has this been allowed to go on this long that your sister is 23 years old and still doing this? How on earth is this even real and can still be happening in 2024? Bianca needs to learn the difference between homage, which this isn't, and cultural appropriation, which it absolutely 100% is. How on earth are her parents aware she's been doing this apparently for heaven's sake? The skin and hair comments I never disclosed as I didn't want to get her in trouble, but the other things our dad and her mom have spoken to her about this on multiple occasions. It's not a new topic. Damn! Garbage. If she doesn't get her mind right about this one, she's eventually going to get into a situation where the stakes are higher and the fallout is heavier than. Oh well, I get to make my own choices. They'll get over this. This is the kind of behavior that'll get her dumped, get her kicked out of a social or professional organization, or will get her fired from a job. Yeah, definitely. Dumbass influencer loses brand deal over blackface Halloween costume to racist cosplay cost editor in chief of Bon Appetit his job. Yeah. Sometimes there's just no fixing a damn fool. Damn. She knows. In an all white setting. Yikes. Yeah, no, yeah.
Mm, yeah.
That is. Wow. Yikes. Um. What's this one? Am I the asshole for saying family therapy is a waste of time and I'm done? So my dad and stepmom decided my stepbrother, 17 male, and I, 15 female, need therapy. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. They got married 6 years ago and were not the close family they thought they were making at the time. Okay, the 2 children they have together did not bring us all closer together. My stepbrother, oh yeah, okay. My stepbrother and I don't call them our parents. I call
Crashed.
Yeah. Hi. I just have a good stream. Please. You bet Chrome didn't fucking shut down correctly. Are you watching this on the stream, by the way, or on the Discord screen share?
I'm watching this on the Discord one.
Okay. There we go.
The
Right. Okay, my mic's frozen again on Discord. That's not fun.
over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my stepbrother and I don't call them my parents. I call dad my dad, and he's my parent. Stepmom is stepbrother's mom and his only parent. Okay. My mom died, and his dad walked out on him 10 years ago, so we didn't go through the same stuff or anything. Okay. Anyway, when we started therapy, we were all asked why we were there. My dad said he did not feel like my stepbrother or I had really let the family change in our hearts. Stepmom says she felt as though we had no real connection to each other, and they needed to try and change that before it was too late. My stepbrother said we were there because his mom wanted to force a new dad on him. We were there because they didn't get the image they had of the new family we'd be when they got married, and I think deep down they realized the fact neither of us was excited or totally on board with all becoming a stepfamily has played out exactly as it was always going to, and they want to see if they can mold us into their vision more. I agree with OP here. Or I agree partially with the stepmom, because I can get wanting to form connections to each other. I don't get changing that before it's too late. It's never too late to form a connection with other people, and it feels weirdly fishy. Last week we had a session and we had to do this weird questionnaire. The counselor said she wanted to see how well we all knew each other. So the question was, what is their favorite food, favorite color, and favorite thing to do? On my list, she included my mom and my little brother, who died the same time as our mom. Yikes! Why is that there? This was on top of half siblings. When we handed them back up, she asked my dad about my mom and brother's favorite things and confirmed my answers were right. Both he and my stepmom asked why they had been listed on them.
Hmm?
The counts. Did I read that wrong? This was on top of each other. Okay. She included my mom and my little brother, who died the same time as our mom. Okay, so two dead people, asking what their favorite food, color, and favorite thing to do, and step family
Okay,
members.
that counselor is not good.
Why is that there? It should be between the four of them, no? Okay, when we handed them back up, she asked my dad about my mom. I'm assuming the dead mom. Um, brother's family favorite things. About my mom and brother's favorite thing. Okay, so the dead mom and brother. Okay. And confirm my answers were right. Okay. Both he and my stepmom asked why they had been listed on them. The counselor pointed out that I knew theirs really well, and I knew dad's old favorites, not current ones.
Ooh,
Dead people.
you're cutting out really bad. I cannot hear you.
Oh, are we back? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like including the dead people is really weird. Cause
That's yeah.
that's obviously like a point of contention, right? Because like that's why obviously OP doesn't feel connection to like the stepmother. So why would they just bring in the dead people? I don't know. It's kind of weird. So basically, they don't know each other super well, is what I'm getting. After we left the session
They
with
don't know anything.
instructions to reflect but not fight about what we discovered that day, my dad and stepmom were pretty damn pissed, and she was hurt that I knew what my brother had liked before he died, and he was only 4, but not any of my new living family members. Why is she pissed about that? Obviously, OP would know like stuff about the little brother, especially if he's dead. Especially if like he's dead and you're really sentimental about it. My stepmom said I can remember my mom and brother so well and knew dad before so well that it shows I'd even try to get to know the rest of them as well. I said I thought that would be pretty obvious. Okay, but like the stepmom doesn't even know her own son that well.
Yeah, that's one thing.
That's
Like,
just dumb.
you
Okay.
you
It
know
would be
your living family members.
a waste of time then, and I'm done. Because clearly we're going for one purpose, and we don't all share the same objective for it. They got super mad at me, and later got super mad at my stepbrother as well. They wanted me to swear I would change my mind, or else I'll be difficult for no real reason. Am I the asshole? No! I mean,
Okay,
family
so
therapy can work, but not in this.
here's there's a lot of points here.
Yeah.
Like every paragraph has like three different points that I could make. So for one, they don't have to get along. Like
They don't
that's
have
the
to.
first thing I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. The family does not have to get along. That's like I understand wanting them to get along. Sometimes that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Um, it's like pushing so hard for it is probably only pushing them further apart. For one,
Especially
like
because,
neither of these older kids actually they're in a similar spot. They neither of them feel connected.
yeah.
That's not a crime for
I
one.
feel the worst part is that it's not just that they're not trying to connect, it's that the parents want the kids to connect, but they're not trying to connect to the kids, or specifically the stepmom. Because
Yeah.
mom,
I don't like the therapist methods. Like
I
after
don't like that
reading
one
the
either. Yeah,
reasoning,
yeah.
I understand what the thought process was because
It just feels like
like
there could have been so many other ways.
yeah,
Just why? Why?
it's
Out of all things.
y- and those were very superficial questions as well.
Yeah. I feel like they should get a new family therapist.
I agree. As soon as I read that, I was like, I they
Yeah.
need a different
Yeah,
therapist.
this is
I don't
not gonna work.
trust that guy.
No. But yeah, the parents, or the stepmom specifically, obviously wants. I think they want
I'm
the
not sure that
kids
the
to
dad's
be
out in
like.
the clear either way.
I don't even know. At least the dad knows about like his daughter, and if not like the stepson. Um, it didn't specify how much he knew about either the stepmom or stepbrother. Um,
Mm-mm. But even then, like we're still basing our judgments off of the flawed metric. Like I don't think those superficial,
yeah,
how well do you know their favorite
yeah, because
color
you could be like
is
really close to
actually
somebody
the
and
metric
not
that
know
is
their favorite color.
being
Yeah,
yeah,
like
like
I've been really close with other people, and I can't even remember how we fucking met.
yeah.
It's
So
just really dumb. Yeah,
it's
I gotta
super
get a new therapist.
superficial. It's somehow both very surface level and kind of going too deep. Like you did not need to say all that.
Don't bring up
It's
the dead
and
people. Just don't bring up the dead
you're
people.
trying to force a relationship between people who are not going to build one. And the
Yeah.
harder you try to jam them together, the more they're going to run away from it. It's not good.
Your parent and step parent aren't gonna
Let
get
everyone
the
such
family
thing
they
though.
want or envision or brother are not made of clay. You can't be molded into shape. Everybody in this situation has experienced terrible losses, and I expect you are all suffering. In the opinion of this random internet person, your respective parents should or could focus on loving and accepting the family they have rather than trying to force a vision on breathing people who have their own feelings, lives, and autonomy. This, not the asshole.
Yeah.
Also, we are not clay to be molded. We are people, young people, but still people. It didn't really help them see that we couldn't be molded to their liking. Yeah. Tell the therapist how they're going against every single suggestion. This session, the therapist told you to reflect and not fight, and what do they do? Fight about it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the parents are trying to go into the therapy with like an open mind. It very much seems like they're trying to use therapy to manipulate the kids into becoming what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
feel like this
weaponizing these
is mostly
exercises.
a not.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a mostly an NTA, but it's kind of an ESH. Like it's
Mm,
kind of an everyone's subject.
yeah,
Like just a little bit.
just a little. He he told, and they did the thing. Yeah. Maybe you and your stepbrother can bond over your mutual disgust at your respective parents' antics. Nice. They'll be strong allies, just not in the way the
Yeah.
parents are thinking. 100% united in recognizing this as complete and utter bullshit. Yeah, that's real. There's nothing
Yeah.
to fix. You should use the therapy to gain understanding and acceptance that the way it is isn't going to change. Not to get you and your brother to somehow magically decide it's perfect now. This. Oh my gosh, yeah. Your dad's wife's argument so weak considering she knows next to nothing about her own son. Why didn't she try harder to know more about you? This. Oh my gosh. Can't believe I had to scroll down so far to the for the point that the stepmother knew nothing. Yeah. Yeah, not the asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please don't crash on me again. That would be not fun.
Not fine.
Please.
Sometimes you just gotta wait a second. Gotta give it a moment to breathe. You're spamming it.
Furious clicking noises.
I'm sure I'm a fan favorite. I'm sure that this is
We could
such a
also
great
look at
stream.
r slash am I the asshole filtered. That one's for not just like random postings, but for I think like mods picking out extra controversial ones. You know, as soon as this fucking loads, that'd be great.
Yay.
There we go. Okay. Um, now that your mom babysitter daughter. Some of these titles are crazy. Remember the asshole for buying my wife an expensive phone I knew she didn't want? It sounds like a
That's
yes,
what my mom's job did.
but I don't know. Female have been together for 15 years, married for 9, and have 2 beautiful daughters. We both come from poor families, so we've always been very responsible with money. We used to live very frugal, which allowed us to buy a home and raise our kids. Fair enough, I get that. Now we both have stable jobs and started earning well. My salary got doubled last year, and we literally didn't know how to adapt. I've been trying to persuade her to change our standard of living and spend more on better stuff, but she is reluctant. She constantly worries that it can all disappear, so she tries not to spend too much, and as a result, money just piles up pointlessly. I wouldn't say pointlessly. It can always go into savings. Always, always. She has a very cheap phone that's driving her crazy how buggy it is and makes horrible photos. She likes to take photos of our kids for memories. So I bought her a very good and expensive one, even though she's strongly against it when I suggested it. She says it's way above her standards. She doesn't look like a shallow person with things she doesn't need, and it is very expensive. It's actually a third of my monthly salary, but in her eyes, it's too much. A third is a lot. We got it today, and now she doesn't speak to me. She says I should use it, sell it, or do whatever I want with it, but she won't use it. I know she would like it if it wasn't for the price because we talked about what she wants in a phone, and I've shown it to her before, so the only problem is the price. We have a shared budget. We rarely ever fight, but this time she's very stubborn and ignores me altogether. Am I the asshole? I
So this one, I'm not sure about this one.
It feels like an everyone
She's,
sucks here. I think.
I don't know if this is an anyone sucks here. I think
Yeah, that's
this
true.
is,
Yeah, this is a no
I
one
really
sucks
wanted to do
actually.
something nice for her. But she was kind of
Yeah.
insecure about it. Um,
I
like it
want to
probably
know.
in the
Yeah.
long run would be something that she appreciated it. But it's not.
Yeah.
He did push it on her.
I want to know if he just
So
bought like the phone at full price or if he already tried to save some money. See, this is my dad. My dad is the wife in this case. He is so fucking cheap. But if the OP could like reassure his wife that it's really like nice and expensive, but also he got it for a good deal. So he's still saving money, but you can still
so
save money and get nice things.
I think the point that the OP was trying to make was that they weren't at a point in life anymore where they had to save money.
Yeah.
They had they had an abundance, and
And yeah, they were just spending it. Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, I don't think anyone's an asshole here.
yeah, it's a whole.
Yeah. I mean I guess the wife's kind of an asshole for refusing to like talk to him about it. But
I mean, yeah, communication
yeah, but
always.
it shouldn't be something that's like a big deal in the long run, I don't think.
Well, I don't think we should minimize that it's a big. It's
Yeah.
a it's confusing. It's
Not
layered.
asshole. Say this because I think you did a nice thing by getting her a good phone. And is this no one's an asshole?
I don't think anyone's an asshole, but I think it's kind of hard to say that no
I don't know
one's an
what
asshole. 'Cause,
NaH is referring to. I'm gonna
yeah, that's
assume.
no one's an asshole.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's no one's an asshole.
No, it's no assholes here.
Oh, no assholes here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, take good quality photos of your family that you know she will enjoy much more. Yeah, it's not just because it's expensive. It's also very thoughtful. Because it's not just buying a nice phone for a nice phone's sake. There's definitely thought put into it for the phone camera because he knows that she'll like it.
it's this is just like this feels like a lower stakes but a higher impact one. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it.
This is, I swear, my dad has done the exact same thing. Oh, he did, but he bought an Android, not an Apple. That's what the big thing was. Yeah. Yeah. Almost identical thing happened to me. Yeah. But in the long run, it doesn't end up being as big of a deal as it feels like in the moment, or at least it shouldn't. If it does, then there's a
Yeah,
problem. But
that's the kind of thing that it's like it hurts a lot when it happens, but then like a week later, it's you realize it's really thoughtful.
yeah,
So
just give it some time. This is when was this posted? 16 hours ago. Yeah, just wait a little bit. Yeah, it sounds like money's no longer as big of an issue, and you want to do something nice for her that she wouldn't do for herself, definitely. But she's also not an asshole either, and this would be something it sounds like she needs time to adjust and come around to, definitely. When someone spends their whole life with little money and always worried about it, it's hard to think you're allowed to have nice things or that you deserve it. Yes, okay. Hopefully she'll realize she does deserve it, you can afford it, and that it will be something she's glad she has soon enough. Yeah, refusing to speak to him over this is silent treatment has no place in a healthy relationship. Definitely. Yeah, money does not pile up pointlessly. You should be thinking of it as savings for emergencies. Definitely. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say no assholes here. At least in this specific situation, we don't know anything outside of that. But
yeah, like
oh,
if this is like a repeated thing,
yeah,
maybe some
maybe.
assholes are here. But like just from this story alone, it's kind of no assholes here.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think its
here,
context
got
kind
it.
of
You're
brings
the asshole.
things.
You would be the asshole, not the asshole. Yeah. No. Um. Am I the asshole for not getting a job and freeloading on my mom? Sounds really bad. Okay. My mom is other 22 male stays somewhere else because of university, but it's near enough that he comes by every 2 to 3 days to check on us. My mom
I'm
doesn't make
sorry,
that much
I
money.
read faster. You can talk.
I uh hello?
A 14-year-old cannot freeload.
For 14
Okay.
year olds do not freeload. They live. I don't have a job because you can't get a job.
I mean, technically, I think
In
at
certain states.
14
In
you
certain
can, but you
states.
can't. Yeah, you can't work for more than like
It is very rarely
I don't know,
enough
like
to
10 hours a
actually
week.
help. 2 months ago, my
It's
mom
not
got
going to be
sacked
enough.
and she hasn't gone searching for a job yet. Then a few days ago, my brother had a row with my mom about it, told her she needed to get a job again or he'll stop sending us money. My mom got mad and said she didn't want to yet. And what happened was that at dinner, she brought up that since she can't find a job right now, maybe I should consider working. But I didn't really want to because I'm in orchestra and I have violin practice almost every day of the week because it's peak season. My mom with money by tutoring. No, you are an adult. Obviously, you're a single parent, but you are still a parent.
You kicked him out?
Wait, okay. I
Okay,
stopped reading.
so
I
a
got
14
angry.
year older cannot freeload. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah,
The,
no, there's
okay,
no.
the mom is being an asshole, like no doubt. Like it
Absolutely.
sounds like
No,
she's
yeah.
under a lot of stress and she's probably not doing all that well right now. And like a lot of people are not doing all that well right now. and it's like she's probably spiraling. So she's still being an asshole and kind, yeah, not the asshole. The mom is being an asshole.
Yeah, Opie's definitely not an asshole at all. Let me finish reading. I got angry and told my mom to stop being lazy. That's a little bit, but you know, but understandable under the circumstances. Then she called me a freeloader for not contributing anything. My brother told her to shut up and told me to leave with him back to his flat. And he thinks she's being crazy and told me I'm not in the wrong, but after thinking about it for a long time, I'm starting to think maybe I was an asshole after all. I guess money is more important than orchestra. Money, which is not your responsibility to make. And I'm not contributing at all in the first place because you shouldn't have to. But I think she overreacted by saying she doesn't want to see me, so am I the asshole? She definitely overreacted. No. You're 4. Yeah, you're 14. You are 14. Yeah, in a lot of countries it's illegal to work before 16. It's considered child labor. That's the definition of an underage child. If she didn't want a freeloader, she shouldn't have kids. What the fuck? I'm sure OP is not in the US due to their use of mom instead of mom. I think certain states in the US do use
They're
mom.
British.
I I can't think of any off the
I
top of
think
my
they're
head.
British.
I'm sure there's at least some.
I
Doesn't
mean,
necessarily
it
have to be.
is there are
It still
definitely
is
some
child
people, but
labor.
I
It is
don't
still
think they're
child
the
labor.
states either way.
Yeah,
It's still child labor.
it is still child labor.
It's still not a
Yeah,
responsibility.
here in the U.S., it is legal to work at age 14 in certain states, not in all. Um, rental permission and restrictions on hours. Because of the way that it's structured, even if they were working, it definitely wouldn't have been
It
enough.
wouldn't be enough to do anything.
Yeah,
Like
and definitely not to
if
support
you're
both
working at
the mom
14,
and the
it's to
child.
learn how working works. It's not to
Yeah, definitely not
support
enough that the
your
mom can just
mom.
not have a job. Because, if parents don't have a job, if one were to call CPS, that would be child neglect. So it's possible that working is an option, but I know that here a lot of businesses won't hire under 16 because they don't want to deal with the restrictions. So even if it's legal, it wouldn't be easy to find a job. Mom's definitely the asshole. Yeah. It would be one thing if she was really trying to find a job and couldn't, but she hasn't even started looking. Asking a 14-year-old to support you because you don't want to act like an adult is unacceptable. This. Oh my god. Oh, I accidentally hit that one. In the UK, you have to be 16 unless you're doing under the table stuff. Yeah. My uncle would pay me for babysitting when I was 14, but I couldn't work at McDonald's until I was 16. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Almost nowhere hires
But yeah, it's
13 to 14
definitely
year
a the
olds.
mom sucks kind of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. My mom did a family work so she could stay on her butt at home. It may be legal for a 14-year-old, but it may be legal, but 14-year-olds shouldn't be paying to maintain their household. There's a reason why parents, especially when looking if they can keep custody of their child, need to prove that they have a job and that they can uh, provide for their kid because it's the parent's job to provide for the kid. She is wrong, and you and your brother deserve better treatment than what you're getting. Ask your brother what he thinks a good next step is. If living with him is a possibility, and it's okay if it isn't. Yeah. Locally, while you're at school, if going back to your mother is going to be safe. Um, check that out. So, suck at the job. Yeah, real. I mean, unstable parents are hard, and they raise us to think that they're always right, and we're the ones overreacting. You aren't overreacting. You aren't supposed to be supporting your mom at this age. She's supposed to be supporting you. Like your kids' roommates. Your only job should be going to school and maybe doing a few chores around the house. And doing extracurriculars is really important too.
Hmm.
Yeah, when I read the title to this post, I assume you're probably in your 20s or something because that was the logical age to assume from context. Not 14. Yeah, that's not good. 14 years old. You need to completely set aside concerns about being the asshole here because you're most definitely not the asshole. So the question is, how best can you navigate this situation that a 14-year-old should not have to navigate? This. You are 14 years old. It
Yeah,
is your mom's responsibility to provide food and shelter. You are not a freeloader. You're a child. I'm grateful that your brother has taken you in. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, pretty universally, it is agreed.
Yikes.
That is that is very yikes.
I'm gonna be the asshole if I fake my father's signature to sign up for college when he won't give consent. What? The amount of minors on the subreddit, just by the way, is concerning. The way minors are treated is not good.
Yeah, uh, a lot of the time, children don't have the full rights that people are supposed to have. It's not a good thing. And a lot of the times, what people say or what politicians say are children's rights laws, are
Yeah.
parents' rights laws. And by parents' rights laws, it's the ability to keep their child as property rather than as an entire other
Child's
person
rights
who's
laws equals
dependent on.
parents' rights laws, which equals child wrongs.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, okay. I'm 16, male, and I've been homeschooled by my father for pretty much my entire life. My mom died when I was 5, and then my dad took me out of school and started to homeschool me. First off, yikes. Homeschooling isn't bad, but I feel like there's a fairly extenuating circumstances as to why you couldn't go to school. Sorry. Trying to help a friend.
This sounds like how to escape a cult 101.
Oh, yikes. I am not ready yet. That scares me. When I was younger, I enjoyed homeschool a lot, and I remember loving that I got to spend so much time with my dad. But I never really had any friends. I did go to scouts, but that was just for 1 hour a week, and dad never lets anyone come over to our house or lets me go out with friends. So most of my friends are from Reddit and Discord. That's already really bad. You're already raising a really antisocial kid. I've approached my dad about me joining back with normal school, but he doesn't want me to. But I really want to, so I applied for the college in our town in secret, and I was just going to go with the ask for forgiveness, not permission route with my dad and hope things worked out. Because I didn't want my dad to find out uh, my friend I made on Discord told me to put down my address as his address. We live in the same town, so if they send any post, my dad won't see that I've applied. He sends out all these forms that need to be signed by my dad, but he obviously won't sign them. My friend said that he would sign them pretending to be my dad for me. Though I want to go, I'm starting to feel nervous about the whole thing. I worried about if my dad gets mad at me for signing up. My dad will definitely be mad at me for doing it, and he'll be super mad if he knows I got someone to fake sign the forms for him. My friend is encouraging me to do it anyway, but now I'm getting second thoughts. I'll probably just not do it because I'm worried about how my dad is going to react. I think probably this is all a stupid idea anyway because I don't even know how I would get to college every day. But on the other hand, I really want to be normal, and I don't feel normal being homeschooled and stuck here all the time. And my friend says if I do go, we can finally meet up in person. He doesn't go there, but he said he can meet me up after the day or something. So that makes me want to go. So that makes me want to do it. Would I be the asshole? First off,
So,
friend.
it does sound like How to Escape a Cult 101, does it not?
It does. First off,
Um,
disregard the friend because
he's,
the friend would not be having any of the consequences that the kid does. This sounds like an unsafe situation, so caution
yeah,
is definitely important.
I'm not sure. Like, there's no indication here that the father is in any way abusive, aside from like the emotionally
Yeah,
neglecting the child's needs for
the OP didn't
social.
mention it,
It sounds
but
like he's very attached, though.
yeah, I think it's definitely something to do with the mom dying. I just want to know if there's a
Yeah,
good reason why the OP can't go to normal school.
I
Because
mean, I when I first heard it, the assumption that I made was um between transportation and paying for it and everything.
that's
Like
definitely a
sometimes
possibility.
that there might have been barriers that made it harder, and just being able to be at home together
Yeah,
emotionally at such a young, especially for such a young person, and um like at first that would have probably originated from the necessity, and then it sounds like the dad got maybe a bit clingy to the idea. It's still bad. So not not an asshole at all.
no.
Probably should
Yeah,
make
I
sure
think the
you're
big
safe when
red
doing
flag
it.
is my dad never lets anyone come over to our house or lets me go out with friends. That's I can get why it would be for safety issues.
I mean, I don't really have people come over and go out with
Yeah,
people
same. But
personally. Like,
because the OP doesn't go to regular school, that means a very
doesn't have the
limited amount
socialization.
of socializing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a level of social neglect that does cause harm,
Yeah.
like internally, that will take a lot of time to reverse.
Just
I
going
don't
out with
think
like a
that's
few like
intentional.
really like dad could and like get to know them so that like he could ensure their safety or go out with them to like supervise or something.
So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm seeing two possibilities here. It's either a dad who is really attached to his kid and really wants the best for him, but doesn't know how to do that and is accidentally causing a lot of harm, or a dad who
Yeah,
actively
that's
knows
it.
he's causing harm and
Yeah.
is just really good at hiding it. And
I,
I am thinking it's the first one. I am thinking the dad doesn't realize the harm that he's causing,
yeah,
but
I
he's
think so.
definitely causing harm either way.
I think no one's an
So
asshole here. I think they should go to therapy.
I think I think the dad's an asshole here, and I think they should go to therapy, and I think the child should go to
yeah, just
college,
yeah, just go to therapy. Just go to therapy. I don't
go
know
to school, go to college.
for the college. Is that a real college? Because the OP is 16. Although I guess it works differently for homeschooling.
There's dual enrollment programs that as soon as you're in high school, you can sign up for
Oh, that's
college
true. That's true.
courses,
That's
so
true. Yeah.
and still get.
Yeah, I'm in dual enrollment too. I heard that homeschool people can also go to college early because the pacing is different, so they can like graduate at like 16, 17.
Hmm.
Yeah, not enough info.
I've
What
got
is
all
your
my
father's?
credits
Yeah, what is your
graduate.
father's reasoning for not for completely sequestering you away from the world like this? This one. Um, not all homeschool is equal, and if your dad isn't hitting the standards, you might have a case to have the state step in. Um, yeah. Says that mom wanted me to be homeschooled because I'm too
Oh,
sensitive for
oh,
normal
that's
school.
worse.
You were 5. What
Too
do you
okay,
mean?
so the too sensitive for normal school. That makes it worse.
That is really bad.
That
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 is
sounds
really bad.
more like
That sounds like some
intentional abuse.
overprotective bullshit that you have no way of proving if it's true or not because you can't talk to the person whose supposed opinion it is. Yeah. This definitely sounds like the dad having like too much of an attachment to the dead mom and like kind of projecting that on the kid.
Yeah.
And definitely like this is her dying wish kind of thing. But it's like harming the kid. Yeah. Have show him the paperwork, tell him something you want because you feel like you're missing out on basic life experience. Do you think he'll listen to you if you had an adult conversation with him about this? I've tried this and he won't listen to me, sadly. He says I won't cope in normal school. Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
I've been trying to get him to let me go for years. That's why I thought college would be good because everyone my age is moving from school to college, so I could just be like, go to therapy. Please. Yeah, go get a therapist. Your dad is in denial and sounds like he's having a fear-based reaction of losing you to something most parents are glad to see their children accomplish. Just get a therapist. Family therapist. This is no. Yeah.
Yeah. Like reading the post itself, it sounded like looking for really big action was maybe a jump, but reading the responses to the other comments, yeah, maybe consider looking into I don't want to look into recording some conversations, look into monitoring just oh my gosh. Be safe. Oh my gosh.
This one, yeah. Do not talk to your dad about. Oh shit. Do not talk to your dad about how you feel. Do not have anyone forge a signature. Your father is holding you against your will. I don't know about that wording, but yeah. Really good to get out of the situation.
I
I
mean
would
that
hold your cards close to your chest. Yeah, definitely be careful. Get in touch with an organization, not social services yet, that will have your back no matter what. Maybe even legal aid. You can check out the legal aid for emancipation. Um, Being too sensitive for school has nothing to do with your dad not allowing you to have friends over or going to their house. This is a form of child abuse. Not, I don't kind of. It is a form of manipulation, I would say, but it's not on purpose. I don't think. But yeah, isolation
I'm not
is.
sure if it's on purpose.
I
I, s-
don't think it's
mm,
on purpose, but it's definitely having an effect.
it's definitely yeah.
Yeah, don't falsify the documents.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Don't do that. Just get an adult authority figure, which might be kind of hard because they don't actually go to a school, but reach out online, I think.
That's the thing with the like a lot of advice for minors being tell an adult that you trust. A lot of that's where the problem lies. I know.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Neo. We're reading r/ Am I
Did
the
Ace
Asshole
just
posts.
meow?
What?
I didn't hear if you said my name. I just heard meow.
I said Neo.
Yo.
Neo.
Okay. I trust you.
What is a dog?
Ooh, wait. Go back to the do-rag one.
This one. I don't know what this is, but it did interest me at first.
It's it's a hair scarf.
I see.
Yeah,
And,
do-rags are very thin, and they
uh,
just basically go over the top of the head.
That's really short. Oh my
Hi
gosh.
everyone. I'm 25 female and a mother to Paul, the son, 6 male, who has been facing some academic and social challenges at school. His father, who hasn't been consistently involved in his life, recently started to reconnect and wanted to attend an important school meeting. When he showed up, he was wearing a durag. I asked him to take it off.
Do-rag.
Do rag. Okay. I asked him to take it off, explaining it wasn't appropriate for such a formal setting. And everything while continuing to insult me. My friends think I was unreasonable for asking him to remove his durag, so am I the asshole here? I'm French and in France. It is generally frowned upon headgear in schools or formal places. I'm black, so is my child's father.
Yeah, I think that's kind of insensitive to it's I don't know how it is in France. Okay, first of all. Um
Is a durag just like
that is
Is it just an accessory, or is there like deeper meaning behind it?
it's
Because
a
I
it's a
don't know.
protective it's it doesn't it's not necessarily a meaning behind it. It's protective. It's to protect the hair. Especially if you're trying to maintain it in a specific way, like trying to
Uh,
get waves, which is getting your hair to lay in a specific way. So
I
it's
see.
protective.
Because I was
Um,
thinking like it
Yeah.
would be
so
different if it was like oh god, I'm gonna completely butcher this.
it's not like religious or anything.
Yeah, it would be
It
different
is,
if it was a religious
but
thing.
it's not. But it does have a reason to be there. So a lot of people do see it as not. Some people do wear it like sometimes it looks nicer, frankly. But I think, in my opinion, it is rude to insist on removing it. But I don't.
I'm
If,
wondering if the
I,
father. I'm assuming that the mom is like, if not born French, then like really, have has lived in France a long time. I don't know if the father has, because if this is a
yeah,
French custom thing, the father might not know.
I'm guessing
yeah,
there's some more details we need for the story as well to make a good
Yeah, it's
decision.
so sharp.
Like, how
My
did the
God.
mom even ask
yeah.
about it? Like,
This is really short. I
Yeah.
I
mean,
would say a
Also, this is
do-rag
the
does not
French.
fit
sure.
formal attire. So
Yeah.
there's one reason, but if there's anybody who's going to tell somebody to remove the do-rag, the parents trying to help for like a school meeting might be the best one. And it probably matters how that mom asked it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
I
mean,
I will say no
thought when
matter
I
how
read
she
the
asked it,
title was that sounds racist. I'm
I
sorry.
yeah I
Um,
want to say that insulting the wife and the blocking on everything is a really big overreaction to it. Un- Unless the
yeah.
wife like blew up at him, which I sincerely doubt from what she's saying. I
No, it's I and I when I read it, I kind of thought it looks like Cole blew up at him and isn't telling the full extent to it. And
There's some
let's
kind of
read the
misdetail.
comments.
even if your inquiry could be perceived as a bit insensitive, I think a big part of this is questioning if the father is like knowing about French, because a lot of French people can come off really blunt, and like it can be seen as rude if they're just like asking a simple question. That's how I'm reading this. Because it could be just be like, oh, um, can you take it off? We don't usually wear this in France, like at important places. But it could sound really rude if the person doesn't understand it, I think.
Still kind of laughing at how you said drog earlier.
I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, given the cultural context and formality of the setting. Yeah. Reasonable to ask. Your request is based on social norms and the need to maintain decorum, not any personal bias. Yeah,
Okay, but also I am considering. It didn't say anything about like the teacher or the other
it
adults in the
didn't.
room having any concern with it. Like if all of the people who maybe they were trying to impress or whatever were fine with it and it was just
That's true.
that
Yeah.
feels also targeted. So everyone here saying NTA, I think I need more information
This
on the
is definitely
situation.
a more info thing because of how short it is. I don't think we
Yeah.
have enough info to really find out.
The one thing that's got me concerned is I understand it's a formal setting and they shouldn't wear like headwear because that's one thing that is highlighted in the post. It's not specifically do-rags, it's just all types of headwear apparently, if that's the way it's to be taken. But if this happened during the meeting and now the son flipped out this way, even in that kind of meeting setting, now that's probably set up. It's way worse than what the do-rag would have done.
Yeah.
Because seeing the son flip out and curse out their own parent and then walk away from the meeting, definitely sets a worse impression than anything a do-rag would have done on its own.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah. I feel like we're missing a lot of very important information.
Yeah, I wonder if there was something about the way it was asked or whatever it was, or something might have been building up leading to this, and this was just a straw that broke the camel's back stuff.
That's true.
There's something.
Yeah.
That already sounds like a no. Let me go look at.
Ooh, the dog one.
Am I the asshole for getting a kid's bike taken away? Holy shit!
Not
Wait,
that.
let me
Not
look at
that.
let me look at the filtered ones, because I think that they're gonna be more interesting. This we just saw this one. Yikes! Oh my god! Oh wait, no. I thought it was a different one.
This is where all
there's
the
a lot of
YouTubers get interesting ones.
yeah, there's a lot of posts on r/am I the asshole on am I the asshole for telling my wife to do things that she didn't do, so they all look exactly the same, because I've seen 3 of the exact same post.
I wonder if there's some humorous ones.
A lot
Humorous
of
not because like
these
the
top
scenario.
ones I watched like literally yesterday in a Daniel Thrasher video.
Me too.
So.
Oh my god, I need the exact one you're talking about. Yeah, I confused it with the one I think in one of the earlier r/am I the asshole videos. The one with the husband who's like a lawyer or something, runs a law firm, and then with the hitting
Runs a law firm but doesn't know how to spell.
Yeah, that one. What's this one? What is custodial time? I'm realizing I don't know a lot of things.
Custodial is like cleaning stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
cleaning.
custodians, janitors.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I probably get more
information. This is childhood custody. You got divorced parents.
Oh,
and,
custodial custody.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Oh,
What's
hi,
good?
Silver. Oh my god, it's been so
Hey,
long.
Silver.
Also, you.
Hold on.
So long.
Hold on. Let me mute you. Yeah, you're so fucking loud.
Yeah. There we go.
Wait, am I loud?
Nah. Actually, no. You're perfect.
Oh, thank you.
But like, it's funny though, because I had you set at like 170 though.
Neil's mic is just insanely soft.
I have no idea how people think I'm so quiet.
It's been so long.
It has been.
It's been so long.
We got the gang together.
Gang's all here.
Are you guys down to do some bed wars?
We're looking at r/am I the asshole.
Ah.
I'm waiting for a funny title to come up, like, "Am I the asshole for finding my son in a Fortnite battle and helping him out?"
Hey, did you finish your finals, Ace?
I almost did. I have a final on the last day of school, so.
Oh, I finished mine yesterday, dog.
Lucky. When do you end school?
Yesterday.
You did?
Yeah.
I have school for another week and a half.
Yeah, no, like yours is fucking performing arts school, bro.
Bro, this sucks. Okay. Anyways.
I told you you should have just fucking.
What the fuck is a backstage mom? Okay, whatever.
For dance, like someone who, I don't know, someone who.
Is it like a backseater?
Hey, so you're a theater kid. You gotta help us with this. Or you're a dance kid.
I'm not a theater kid. I'm not a dance kid either.
You're not a
choir.
You did the tap dancing stuff.
I'm not a
choir.
dance.
Okay.
It's part of like the fucking. It's part of the PE requirement.
You're a fine art student. There.
Fine. Okay. Whatever.
I expect you to know
whatever.
this.
I've been taking my 9-year-old
I don't do anything artsy.
I've been taking my 9-year-old stepdaughter to dance classes for 4 years. So we've got a stepdaughter, which is interesting. I drive her every week, my husband, her dad, and I pay for every single fee associated with her dance school. Okay, this year her end of year recital lands on her mother's custodial time. Her mom has committed to taking her to the show. I will say dance classes are, or at least most of them are really intense, so that's interesting. Volunteered to be the backstage parent, managing the class backstage when they're not performing, helping with hair and makeup. I see. That's what that means. I did this for the last 2 recitals, and my stepdaughter loves having me there to hang out and support her. I can see why. The dance school reached out yesterday to tell me that my stepdaughter's mother asked them to remove me as backstage parent and put her in. They agreed to do it without discussing it with me first because she basically told them it was her custodial right. To be clear, nothing in their court orders says anything that would prevent me from being able to be around her even though she's not in dad's custody. Ooh. Mom and I have a history of high conflict. I believe she's trying to remove me because she doesn't want me spending any extra quality time with her daughter. She simply hates me and my husband. And if you're wondering, I have nothing to do with why she and my husband never worked out. I could bow out and accept this because I'm not the biological parent, but it breaks my heart because I love being there and dance is my thing with my stepdaughter. I would say that the asshole definitely, but
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, what is the daughter's opinion on this? That's what I want to know. Because it would be one thing for the daughter to be like, I don't mind having my biological mom there and having something different.
I mean,
I don't think she
so
told her
on
daughter.
one hand, like the
Probably.
daughter's opinion does matter in the result. Like if which mom ends up being there in the end, but the way that the mom called the school to kick the stepmom off of the backstage team, that is a different question. That is
Yeah,
assholeish.
There is a
So
hard part about legal jurisdiction as well,
definitely.
because once
Yeah.
legal things are involved, it's no longer opinion based. It's about the black and white text of law and what's
It,
written on
with what
whatever
they
things
said
are granted.
about the biological mom saying that it's her custodial right, it feels like a legal threat, which is not.
yeah, a legal threat, which has nothing to do with the daughter's actual opinion.
Well, I don't.
Right.
Which,
Yeah,
if this was
yeah.
a perfect situation, it would be the daughter can decide which mom she wants there. If they're not able to be there at the same time because they cannot, for the life of them, exist in the same space, maybe
Yeah.
they can take turns. But this, when she pulled out custodial rights and legal threats, that's when
No.
it became
Yeah.
her being the asshole.
I
The one thing that OP is point. Oh, go ahead, Ace.
I just think that it feels more like the biological mom is trying to take over the stepdaughter's thing and like make it seem like she like look, I can do this just as well as you can instead of actually being there to support the daughter and just as a way to be petty against the
Stepmom.
stepmom, yeah. That's just what I don't like.
The one thing that OP does state in there is, even though the biological mother is trying to push custodial rights, OP says that there is nothing actually in the documentation requiring some kind of who has custody of
Yeah.
the child or not to depict anything. So I think the only thing that happened is probably the biological mother, again, like people are saying here, is being petty and
Yeah,
threatened that to the school. And then the school, because
yeah.
schools bend knee to any kind of legal anything, they all get scared of
Missing.
that.
Yeah. Would I
They'd rather
also
just quickly do that.
yeah. Would I be the asshole if I
My
reminded the
school
school
never.
who their paying customer is and asked them to go back on the decision, advocate for me? I want to fight back and give them all the context so they can understand why I have the right to be there. But I also don't want more conflict with mom, who would be upset if the school has my back. If you are wondering, I don't think she would go to the lengths of not taking you to their side over this because she has to know that would be devastating to her daughter, who's worked hard to prepare for her performance. I'm not sure what the best way for all of this to play out would be. Thank you so much for your judgments. I'm all ears. Okay. I called the dance school, but not to have them change their decision. I gave them all the context. I should have clarified in my OP she lied to them and implied I wasn't legally allowed to be there on her time, which is not true. The owner of the school says he feels completely manipulated by her mom. He apologized. He offered to make it right and said he and his wife were comfortable with reaching out to mom and telling her that I'm the backstage mom. They also said it would never happen again. I told them that I really appreciated that they are owning up to how it went down, but I told them I would rather take the high road and leave it at that. I don't think this is, the OP seems really nice. Told them not to reach out to mom, let her have it. I also apologized to them for having to deal with drama that should have been handled by our family privately. The only thing that matters to me is that my stepdaughter has a wonderful experience. I could have won this, but if that would have created even an inkling of stress for my stepdaughter on a big day, it wouldn't be worth it. My plan is to tell my stepdaughter, hey, I know I said I'd be backstage this year, but great news, your mom wants to do it. You guys will have so much fun together. I'm glad she would be there for you. Then I'll be in the... Dude!
I just want to point out the reason I laughed, it wasn't because of the situation. It's because I accidentally skipped to the bottom where the comments, and I didn't realize that was a bot. I just read, final verdict, everyone sucks. I was like, wait, what the fuck kind of context is that?
So, not quite a majority, but a lot of them, at least the highest percentage is not the asshole. There's a lot of people saying you're the asshole, and I don't see it.
Yeah, I cannot see it.
Like, it's not even that she was
the same post on the unfiltered one. We can try to find the same post on the other one so we can figure out who's saying you're the asshole.
Yeah, you would be the asshole. Everyone sucks here. Nobody sucks here. And more info.
Bro, my question is, when did you get so many people in this server? Like, I fucking dip away
you
for a
were
couple
just
months.
gone for a long time.
Really? I don't feel like no, Neil. You should be the one talking. You were gone for a hell of a long
That's
time.
real.
No, but I was always chatting.
I'm like, hey,
I'm always adding emotes.
If you need to contact me, just text me, bro. Just text me.
Okay, but I'm available on the Discord. People can DM. I'm available to always slap emotes into things, and I'm always posting crap in media.
Honestly, how long have I been?
It's gonna crash again.
Okay.
Ow.
Hey, Ace, do you know when was the last time I joined your VC?
Truly no idea. It's been so long. I'm fairly certain it's another Bed Wars video.
Ah, yes, probably last time.
This one. Mention what your stepdaughter wants. What is her opinion? Okay. Stepdaughter has a wonderful relationship with me and did ask if I will be her backstage parent again because she has so much fun with me for the past 2 recitals when I did it. However, I think she would not mind her mom being there either, even though she's never been involved with her dance life. Despite our drama, I think we do a good job of shielding the child from the conflict, so she would be happy either way. If she did have an opinion one way or the other, I would not even consider anything else but what she requested. Yeah.
Can you find someone who said, you're the asshole or you would be the asshole? Because
that's true.
That was an info one.
Everyone sucks here.
Wait, I saw.
Her mom. Don't drive a wedge between them. Make sure stepdaughter knows. Don't alienate her from her mom. Yeah, they're reading into it.
Oh, that's a stance people are taking.
Because they're reading something that's not there. Because the mom, like, the stepmom, never tried to. The stepmom didn't even, like, try and fight back against it. It was literally just letting the school know. Like, she wasn't being petty about it or anything.
We did get to see the resolution part of the post where it was like, okay, I didn't actually fight back. I just gave more information.
This and the fact that your stepdaughter is fine
with
her mom doing it is all that matters. You need to back off. You're the asshole. It's not that her mom is doing it. It's that her mom did it in a backhanded way.
Yeah, it's that her mom did it in backhand. Okay.
I'm so confused why you think you're entitled to this role. Let the kid spend some time with... Because she's really involved with her dance life. Because if this was the mom being perfectly fine and bringing it up to them and being like, hey, can I be the backstage parent? And then the OP was like, I want to be. That would be different. Because that's just That's not what
Okay, so
happened.
what we're saying is everyone who said you would be the asshole is reading a different post than we are.
Yeah, yeah.
The
OP's
one major thing
absolutely not.
is, yeah, the one major thing is OP points out is they were doing it from the start, being the backstage mom and everything, and then Bio Mom steps in way later into being a crew
Because the
hand and
bio
everything to
mom
then
doing it
push
feels
the stepmom out of the way.
Yeah, it feels very disingenuous.
If it was like the bio mom doing it from the start, and then there was a conflict, then that would have been completely different.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like it was a good thing that the bio mom jumped in later into the process.
It feels
At that
very
point, they should have
petty,
just let
yeah.
stepmom finish it.
Am I the also for refusing to move from a comfy chair in a coffee shop? That's so real.
No,
Watch
first
it
things
be.
first,
There
man.
was someone in a wheelchair, and I spilled my coffee on their head, and blah blah blah. I don't know. That's how it ends up being sometimes.
What is this one? Am I the asshole for not letting my husband eat red meat?
Oh, is
Mm.
it some like vegan or keto diet or something?
No,
Wait.
keto, you can have meat still.
Yeah, I guess it would be high cholesterol. It's high
Meat.
cholesterol.
This one. Oh, for health reasons. Let me click on it.
If it's for health reasons, I feel like that's like there's not really a point in asking an asshole.
Okay, there
If
we
it's
go.
like health reasons, usually.
My husband. Oh, this is really short. My husband, 33, was diagnosed with high cholesterol and high blood pressure a month ago. His general practitioner asked to do lifestyle modifications for 3 months and see the changes before starting medicine. But he's not doing exercises or dietary changes like the GP advised with an S. He's not using red meat for a while, but he's not listening to me. Today I refused to cook red meat for him, and he became angry and said that I'm being cruel for not letting him eat as he please. He said that I'm controlling me and he hates me for that. I'm really asshole for being concerned about his health and trying to do good for him. I've stopped him a few times when he tried to buy meat. I think his anger grew because of that.
No.
I feel like the husband is the asshole in this one. There's a very simple thing that he needs to understand here. The reason your wife is trying to stop you from eating red meat isn't because she's controlling you. It's because you literally have a doctor tell you that you should be eating it or else it's causing you a health issue.
Yeah,
And
she
the reason
wants
she's
the
trying
best
to do that right now is because she wants you to live long to be there with her through the rest of her life too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's just very self-explanatory. There's not really much you need to go into depth about it.
Clearly not. This is just my dad and my mom. My dad has like heart problems, and he will not stop eating so much salt and meat and alcohol. And my mom's like, for the love of God, please.
Wow, did you get your eating entire sticks of salt thing from him?
No,
What the heck is a stick of salt?
it'd be cool if I did, but I don't.
Ace, what is a stick of salt?
Dude,
I'm imagining a pixie stick, but with salt instead of sugar.
Imagine Himalayan salt chopsticks.
Oh, what the hell?
Just saying.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
I know, right?
No.
I'm a salt addict. There's this little Hispanic type of treat I get at a gas station called Ola, and it's just these heavily salted and lemon juice covered apricots, and they are so delicious. But oh my god, the sodium amount.
Fuck lollipops. Fuck popsicles. I want a Himalayan salt chopstick. Please.
I mean, there's a reason that when you go to certain places, they can literally cook things for you and serve it on Himalayan salt. Boards, I guess.
Yeah, they like cook steak on Himalayan salt. Dude, did you see the one video of the guy who made a salt fork? I love that video so much.
What happened while I was gone?
Ace invented salty chopsticks.
Oh, I go focus on school since college apps are due in like a couple months. This is what happened, bro.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, if this was an episode of Shark Tank, I would definitely be investing in this product.
I don't think it's a bad idea. It's just like you're gonna kill so many people with heart problems.
I might be asshole for selling my home that I was allowing my daughter to stay in for free, even though she did some upgrades to it. I inherited a home years ago from my mother. It was overall outdated but in good condition. It is 5 hours away from where I live. My daughter, 26, and her husband fell on hard times, and I allowed her to move in about 2 years ago for free. It is near the city they work at. I pay for everything and was letting them use it to get back on their feet. I informed them they can make changes to the home, just not to take out walls or any huge stuff. The last time I was at the home was about a year ago, and it just looked like they painted. The house is causing issues for my finances now, and I've had multiple people reach out to me to Lord isn't good for my mental health. So I decided to sell. I informed my daughter that they have 6 months to find a new place. This started an argument. She apparently put in a lot of upgrades, such as redoing the stairs, kitchen, and are in the middle of a bathroom. That I am screwing them over, and that now the house is worth more. She called me a jerk for this, and I reminded them that I gave them 2 years of free housing. I am on the fence and want more opinions.
No, she's not the
Ooh.
asshole. But like, why didn't you just sell the house to her kids or her daughter first?
Yeah, not the hassle, because the daughter should have realized that it's great that you're trying to upgrade the house, but that is a lot of upgrades. That
If
was
the-
never your house to begin
Yeah,
with.
if the daughter can afford to upgrade the house because it is expensive to do that, then
Then she can afford the house.
she can afford the
Yeah.
house, I feel.
And also, like, her mom's been paying like 2 years of rent, like electricity, water, utility, taxes.
I do
Like-
think it's I don't know, because the
Even-
house was always under the mom's name, so I guess it's fair. And 6 months is, I don't know, is 6 months long enough to find a new place? I feel like it is.
It's
Yeah.
plenty of time.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
It is not a
Okay, you guys
Yeah,
are
I
very.
feel like
good
we
thing,
could do
especially
that
with
for
the
you.
things, but
Did you
think
have a conversation
about how legal ramifications are when you get an eviction.
with your daughter before telling them I had 6 months to move out? Even if she was just a tenant, not your daughter, the polite thing to do is have the conversation before issuing the eviction notice. There is obviously a disconnect between the two of you in terms of upgrades to the house, but regardless, you're going to benefit from the work they've put in. There should be some form of compensation to them.
Living in there for free with competition. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like you got 2 years worth of free rent.
Yeah, 6 months is also
Living
rent free. Yeah. 2 months rent free plus 6 months notice. Yeah, they could have potentially been putting away thousands per month. Instead, they put it into a house they didn't own and weren't even renting. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying earlier. It was you who decided to start putting this money towards a house that you don't even own.
Yeah.
That wasn't your mother's fault. Why would you do that?
Yeah, honestly, if they made like simple like changes, like oh yeah, like maybe like wanted a new kitchen sink or something.
Oh,
Yes.
I need to see.
If you want to
something
change
that
out
was
certain furniture,
comments.
like change the washer and dryer, or like the,
Yeah.
you know, refrigerator,
Let me
that's
see.
it.
even,
Those
like-
belong to you. You take them when you leave. But
Okay.
redoing the
To me, it
house.
sounds like there's a whole bunch of disconnects over how the house. Like,
Wait.
I
Okay.
feel like maybe
Let me see. Because the OP
I don't know,
responded. I mentioned before that I want to get rid of the home. Wasn't hiding the fact that I don't like owning it. I also was very clear that this was to help them out and not a permanent thing. How the two of you communicated. It's
Okay,
odd that she would do
very-
so much work on a house if she knew the plan was to sell, but it's also a bit odd to not offer your daughter first refusal on the house. Yeah, like, because it sounds like the mom sold it first and then told the daughter. Without offering to sell it to the daughter.
yeah.
OP's comment is below that too.
I did that, yeah. She's clearly hiding this from me. She can't afford it. I know that it seems mean to give her first refusal when she can't buy it. I think you definitely need to get a hand on what has actually been done, including permits. It could be anything from new appliances cupboard to a complete overhaul. She should be able to provide you with invoices and from any work done.
Oh no, I actually got a terrible thought. If the daughter cannot afford to move out, and the daughter can't afford a lot of things, including their own rent and all that, hence this whole situation, but they're throwing money at the renovations, what if they are doing the lowest bidder kind of thing on the reservations and a bunch of it is not to code and not acceptable, so the house is not even able to be sold legally because something
Yeah.
might be bad? It's one thing if paint job was bad or something, but they said they were even doing structural things like stairs, and that you can't have just slapped together.
She can apparently afford the upgrades. Looks like she was hoping you'd give it to her. You gave them 6 months head up. There's plenty of time. Yeah, but it is, I feel, polite to at least offer it to them. If I don't have the finances, that's on me. But if I'm not given the opportunity, that's on them. Yeah. Yeah, they aren't entitled to the house or the upgrades they did. Yeah. Seems like everyone's the asshole, I think.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
Yeah. How, man? In this economy? Fuck no.
Tell me about it. Oh my god, another story like that.
Why is this in full caps? 26-year-old
Am I the
son.
asshole for evicting my son in
This
Minecraft?
is so short. Oh my god.
They need to stop having short ones.
Am I the asshole for getting ready to evict my 26-year-old son? First off, that's really old, but in this economy, I completely understand it.
Hey,
He's 26-year-old. He's literally 26-year-old. That already feels not good. Feels like disrespectful. Works full time plus overtime, makes $27 an hour, and doesn't want to give me $300 a month to stay at home. He was giving it let his younger sister, who makes way less, slide with her payment at times. $27 an hour is not super good. I don't. It depends on the state. I'm thinking California money, which is.
It definitely depends on the state.
It definitely depends. $27 is not super good where I live, but depending on where they live, it could be really good. $300. Oh, wait, no, that's
That
$300
sounds really
a
good
month.
to me.
$300 a month is
very good.
not bad. Yeah.
Cause like, minimum wage in California is 15 right now, right?
I believe it's up to 16 or 17.
It's 16 or 17.
But things
It's
are
still
also very
725 over here.
expensive. Holy shit.
The one thing that's really making me upset about this is there's clearly some kind of arrangement going on here where the son is actually paying rent in this type of arrangement to the parent. But the
Yeah.
sister is allowed to just slide or everything per OP's admission.
Yeah.
And it's the son that's getting kicked out? No,
I've
that's
asked him
pretty fucked up.
repeatedly if he is paying or moving, and he just ignores my text at this point. Has he paid or has he not? If he
It says
has
he's
paid,
been paying. He's just upset about it.
And then he
But-
stopped paying though.
now I feel disrespected, like he's saying it's his way or I can go to hell. So I asked one more time today. I have no response. I'm going to file for illegal eviction. So on top of him not paying, I have to pay who knows how much to remove him. I'm so mad. You're the asshole. Or
Like-
rather, everyone's the
it-
asshole.
It
I think
says the
everyone's
rating
the
is
asshole.
not the asshole, so I want to look at the comments to see if there's more information, because from reading that, it sounds like the asshole.
Because this got marked as not the asshole,
Also,
which I
like,
don't think,
there's-
especially
Oh.
not good.
There's the idea of like a cult of individuality, where it's like it is very hard to live on your own, but it is also the baseline expectation.
Yeah.
So it's like she's acting like this is the worst backhand to her in existence that her son is living with her. And she is admitting the daughter she's a lot more lenient with. But like finding housing is an
know-
entire other
yeah.
thing.
We don't know how young the
It-
sister is. It just says younger, but it doesn't say how much younger. Because it could be like college
It doesn't say
age.
how much younger. It doesn't say how much.
Yeah, it could be like
she
25 or
will-
like 19.
There's
Well,
not enough
the one thing-
information here. It sounds like the person who wrote it is an asshole, but it might
It
just be that
does.
they were emotional writing it
That's true.
and left out information that would convince me better, because this is not convincing me.
This is not, yeah.
that blue tag
Yeah.
is deserved.
I come from a house where my parents would not kick me out. My dad's trying to pay off the house, and he's gonna ask me to pay rent, but he's also gonna give the house to me when I get older,
Mhm.
which I'm so thankful for because there's no way we could afford shit in California. No fucking way. Hell no.
Yeah, my mom
I'm
said that
But like,
the
yeah.
after the house is paid off, we want to
But
get it, but we're not allowed to live in it. We have to rent it out to
really?
somebody else.
Dang.
Yeah.
No, but like
The problem
even
I have is the top comment. If you look at it, they're saying that, oh, it's not any business or anything what the sister is getting and everything. He's an adult and he must shoulder his own responsibilities. Well, if we're doing this the adult way, then if the son has been making the rent payments as agreed upon,
I
then why are you
don't.
asking him if he's gonna move out? He's been paying.
Yeah. I don't know because this isn't very clear if he has been paying or not.
Like it sounds to me like he's been paying, but then the last month he didn't, and
Yeah.
now I'm gonna kick him out, kick him to the curb in a week. Mm.
Does he buy his own groceries? If not, $300 would even cover the cost of his food. You should look up fair market value. Um.
Oh, it seems like the son's not paying. Look a little bit
He
lower.
buys his own food, has his own car. Wait, I was reading that. I was reading that.
No,
Oh,
not this giant one. It was
hold
just the
on.
one right above it where it said if he's making 27 an hour and only paying 300 and still can't pay you, then he's a
No.
leech. And
Hold
OP
on, let me
agrees
see.
with that, so
I know
I
this
think that
is
means the
probably
son
an
stopped paying.
unpopular opinion, but I broadly say you're the asshole. Children live with their parents into adulthood, and I believe they should not be asked to pay rent unless their living there affects the amount of mortgage or the rent that the parents are paying. The parents would downsize but are staying in a larger home. The parents would rent out part of the home but are allowing the child to live there instead. That's fair, yeah. The amount of times this question comes up on the subreddit with so many not the asshole rulings makes me think about how fucking generous my parents were to allow me to move back in with them for almost a year after I graduated college without asking me to pay anything. I think I need more info on what the son does because it depends because he obviously works really hard, but I don't know if that's because he spends a lot of money on things aside from rent to live like a frivolous lifestyle. Because
Yeah.
if he's working that much and he's already like saving a lot of money to try and like just live normally, then then the OP is the asshole. But if
Yeah.
he's
So
working overtime and spending extra money that he should be spending on rent, then the kid is the asshole.
so for a personal anecdote, because this is very much different from what it sounds like the OP is doing here. Like like my mom said that her parents did have her pay rent as an adult when she moved back in with them for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but when they moved out to get their own house, they gave all that money back because it was in a savings account. So when they needed to buy their own home, they had this. It does not sound like she's doing that. It sounds like she's just charging her kid money to exist. And in an earlier comment, it said he buys his own food, he has his own car, he pays for his own
Yeah.
transportation. He's providing everything for himself except for the housing and maybe the electricity and water. So,
It
like,
just
he's
feels
still
really
self-sufficient
yeah.
except for the housing. Like, it's not like
But
he's
he does
losing
still
everything.
pay
He
rent
has a
to
roof over his head, and that's all he's paying for it.
it feels really
He's
callous to treat your son just like another like
like another like random tenant.
yeah.
And
Like
all,
if
and
you
like we
want
already
to
hate
make that much
landlords,
money,
right? We
just
can all
rent it
agree we
out to
don't
other
like
people.
landlords.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a person being a mom. This is a person being a landlord.
Yeah, like you're trying to make money off
I
your
know.
son, which is fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyways, um, but then again, why would they have? I cost them less money than I had before since they paid part of my college tuition. So we took up a room in one house that they were already paying to own. Clean up after myself and pitch in with chores I always had and had been taught to do growing up. Yeah. Children and pitch in some ways, yeah. Bills they contribute to. I don't know why they need the money from the son other than they are expecting as a form of respect. This is the $300
Yeah.
covering for expenses that the son is incurring by staying home. Because why? Yeah, the secondary reason I call OP the asshole is that as a parent, I imagine a major priority based on my own relationship with my parents is helping your child succeed. Is paying that $300 every month helping your son save up to get his own home? Are you trying to teach your son responsibility now at 26 and not when he was younger? Yeah, helping the $300 every month to help your son save up or spending it on the house is important. OP and other parents who demand rent from their adult children are allowed to do whatever they want, but I just don't see how it is beneficial to ask your child to pay for something you already have to offer. Congratulations on some additional passive income. For the record, I let a friend stay with me rent-free for months when I first started living on my own. She didn't take up space I didn't already have, and she bought her own groceries and cleaned up after herself. She's a great house guest, and we had no real issues, especially since we were both working a fair amount of time. I've let other friends stay with me for short periods of time because it's the kind of thing to do, and I do the same thing again if I had a loved one in need.
Ace, you gotta read OP's comment after that.
The money is definitely not passive. I rent this house, so I have rent, and my electric bill and gas are both over $300 a month each. And the water bill is around $200. Honestly, if I didn't need it, I wouldn't ask, but I feel it's disrespectful because he knows I have more bills than money. I'm also a single parent, no husband here helping, so why would anyone capable of helping be okay with seeing their mom struggling? That, I don't like that last line. That last line
I
feels
don't. Yeah, that sounds
Exactly,
like
here's-
very
here's-
manipulative.
It does,
wording.
it does,
Like,
it does, it does.
The
Exactly.
concerns are genuine. The wording leading that is expressing them is manipulative.
So I understand that the son might be getting a really good end of the deal if the bills are more expensive. You could talk to the son about having to pay more of his share than if he's using up utilities taking that much. But if that is also the concern and you are struggling that much, then you need to have the daughter understand some responsibility and have them pitch in instead of letting them slide, but hold your son to a higher standard.
I'd like to say I rent this house. This is not even a house that
Yeah.
OP owns.
This isn't a house that
Right.
OP owns.
Wait, hold on. So she doesn't even own the house?
She doesn't even own the house.
And she's having her son contribute to the rent, but letting the daughter slide every now and then on her rent obligation.
Electric
So
bill
if you
and
were to
gas are both over $300 a month each. Okay.
How?
That's a lot. But
Yeah, like,
also
electric-
everybody contributes to it.
No, but like $300 for electrical a month? Like,
Our bill
what
doesn't
do they
cost
have
that fucking
plugged
much.
in? Like my family's like electrical bill doesn't even go over $50 a month. Like, how do they have 300?
And we live in California.
Oh,
So ours
Oh my god.
ours would be
The
one of the
daughter
more
is living
expensive.
luxury.
Wait, let me see. Question you need to address
No,
with your
OP's
son.
comment below that.
Household items he uses in toiletries, huge TV, desktop computer, and AC. He said he'll pay. Hey, I'll pay one of the bills. I'll be happy. But the rent is his rent is supposed to pay the bills.
Yeah, but no, keep reading.
Cost of rent would be the same. If he left, I wouldn't actually downsize because I let my daughter move to his bedroom. She currently has to use it down. So it's a room as a bedroom with no closet space or space for a normal sized dresser.
It
It's a
sounds
17
like
by
OP has a
17
favorite
room.
child. I'm just gonna say it. OP has a favorite child.
A 17 by 17 room. Are you insane?
Yeah.
I'm in a 10 by 12, and to make my space work, because yeah, I do have a small closet, and I have a freaking. I went to IKEA and bought myself a bed that's like a bunk bed, but with a desk under it instead of two beds, just to save space.
Hold on, I
And
have
it
no idea how
works.
big my room is. I need to ask my dad. I think it's on the smaller side.
You have
mine's
a pretty
only
big room.
bigger, but I share. So,
Yeah, but a 17 by 17 bedroom to yourself. If you don't have a closet, just get some dressers. Doesn't have the space for a normal sized dresser? Well,
17
that
by
means they have
okay,
a giant
it's
ass
not
bed in
17
there.
by 17. It's 9 feet 8 inches by 11 feet 5
I
inches.
have a 10 by 10, and
I
I
don't know
can
what-
fit
what you
10.
said.
I have 10 feet by 10 feet. That is
Yeah.
perfectly normal size room.
Seriously, the daughter has a huge room, and you want to tell me that they don't have the space for a dresser? Then what giant ass bed and other furniture do they have? in
Literally,
there?
what is in there? I have enough for a closet and a dresser and a desk and a bed and a second dresser.
Because of what I did with my bed arrangement, it's a twin bed, loft bed. I
Same,
have a
same,
desk
same, same.
underneath, I have a mini
Same.
closet with a dresser. I have a separate cabinet full of liquor, a mini fridge, a shelving unit, a 4K mounted TV
Your
that
room
I
is
have
so
mounted
cool.
onto the wall. Thank you. But I mean, I have all this room for stuff at least, and I can still put in a lounge chair to switch between my computer chair and my TV. And you mean to tell me the daughter can't fit a dresser in a 17 by 17?
Yeah, now cause like I have like two of them, and like I have a queen. I sleep on a queen,
Decimeters?
so like a queen size bed is a pretty decent like chunk of size for a room.
Get a twin bed
No
then.
one uses
No,
decimeters.
I like the queen.
I know, but if the daughter is unhappy with the space and everything, then the daughter can just get themselves a twin bed.
I'm
I
seeing
use a
other
twin
people make
bed. I
more
paid for the
aggressive
bed
nothing else
myself.
adjustment
I
and
paid
they
for the
like just
mattress
recommend it.
myself,
Not
and it's from
people with that big.
Tempur-Pedic. And
Yeah.
you can get nice stuff from them.
I agree with the singular person who said you're the asshole.
Literally, there's only one person. Are you kidding me? This. I agree with you. I'm Asian, and I guess it's because of my culture. But my parents literally won't let me move out until I'm married. Even though they still want to live close to me, I can't even fathom them telling me to pay rent. They'll probably lecture me about saving money to buy a bigger house for all of us. This
Actually, that's
is
true because we were looking at used houses in Arizona, or not Arizona, in Japan that are way cheaper. Those IKEA
yeah.
houses and stuff.
This
They've
is
been looking
some
at them, and I can afford to buy
yeah.
them right now.
I don't know what it is about like American things and like getting your kids to move out at 18 or getting them to pay rent. Cause why? They're
I
your
don't know, cause
kids.
we just looked at houses today, and there's like a 5 bedroom house in Japan, and
Damn.
it's costing 25,000 US dollars.
Damn. Is it in the countryside? I've heard
Just
the
old.
countryside is
Yeah,
really nice.
it is, but it's just old. So you can do some renovations over time. Hell, I'm good with my hands. I can build some things. I've helped build sections of my neighbor's house before their original landlord sold it to them.
I feel people seeing this amount of money are basing it on where they live.
Yeah, and they're also probably older people who have had that go far and they already finished paying off their house or had a locked in mortgage that was a way better interest rate than what it is today. Please try to find a house that you can buy right now with only a $50,000 income pre tax. I would really love to see that.
The sister lives there rent free?
It didn't say rent free. It said letting the rent slide. But
Yeah, if the daughter has money management issues, then failing to pay rent is the first thing you gotta address with the daughter. We're also showing the daughter as well that, hey, the son paid on time, but I kicked him out anyway.
This
I
just
don't
feels like
like
a bunch
the
of people who
people
don't.
who are bringing respect into it
I hate that.
because
This is how people stay in cycles of poverty. Why not let him save money and invest in his future? If he is working and developing his career, I don't see what the problem is in supporting him. Are you that broke? This might be a cultural difference, but where I come from, roofs are shared. This! I'm just making ends meet where I live. There are many job opportunities, nowhere near poverty at 27 an hour. That's a lot where we live with no degree. He doesn't want to go to college either. He wants one semester. If he's making 27 an hour, which is apparently good for you, with no degree, why would you make him go to college? He doesn't need it.
Seriously, if the it's one thing if the child doesn't want to go to college, but they want some kind of career that requires it or something. But if they're already making good enough money for you to criticize them about not having, that type of money ready to spend out for whatever on a house and everything, why are you pissed off that they aren't going to college? They clearly don't need it if they're making money that's really that important to you to point out.
Nothing else. I had
Yeah,
a
so
family
but
member
there's a
who had
good
to do
point.
this,
This will
which was
end your
really
relationship with your
shitty.
son.
Hold on, guys. I know this like you guys are doing like these stories, but like I have a question. I think when Steam removes a game, like what happens? Because
It,
Low
it
key.
deleted from your memory, and it
I,
no longer existed in the first place.
I
No,
think if
because
Steam removes a game, it's no longer accessible for purchase on the store. But if it's installed in your library, you can still retain it because you paid
Yeah, I
for it
think that's
rightfully
right.
there.
Yeah.
but like, what if they remove it entirely, the creator? Because like, I paid for the game, but like, I'm looking for a game that I paid for like 2 years ago, and I cannot find it in my library at all.
Oh
The one
no.
game I've been after really badly is called Poker Night at the Inventory. It was made with, I think, Telltale Games, and they had Valve characters, they had Portal characters in there. And the problem with it is because of all the licensing they did by throwing in so many different characters from so many different companies,
Yeah.
they couldn't keep the licenses good with all those companies. And now it fell through, and it's no longer legal to sell that game because of copyright issues.
Huh?
But it still exists for people who have it in their Steam library, even though it's been taken down.
Everyone sucks here. You because ma'am, who's the parent and who's the child, regardless of age. Seriously, you dropped the ball not getting him counseling as a child, but that's me at this point. He's 26 and it's time for him to take responsibility for his own behavior, actions, in life. Your daughter I would give a little leeway, but not much. She's 22. So 22 isn't that young. There's more information. Letting it slide means free, right? I get if it's like discounted or less than the sun, but not free.
Yeah, letting it slide means it's gone. Forget about it kind of deals. There's a difference of like, oh, just pay later
Yeah.
something. Like, give me next week if the paycheck was,
It's
late or
definitely a
something.
matter of paying what you use, paying how much of the electric bills and the other bills you contribute to, and then maybe a fixed rent of the space, but the fixed rent of the space should not be that much. I just don't like the son. You don't need to evict your fucking son.
This has apparently been us arguing with the commenters
This
of
has
Reddit
been
that
like
have
the
never seen this.
longest one. It is just not good. Reporting hostages
Yeah.
for speed. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Oh boy, what is this? Most of these really bad ones have just been about kids and parents being fucking bad parents. Yeah, I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
I have two wonderful kids, a son, Oscar, 15 male, and a daughter, Holly, 17 female. My son gets very, very bad migraine. Oh my god, I already know where this is going. I already know. Can't eat, can't sleep, can't do anything. Really? Is that so? It's a stressful time. Takes a day off. Migraines? He's currently in one of these episodes as my wife and I have taken to calling them, so he's in the guest room resting. Obviously, he can't do chores when he's like this, so usually me or my wife pick up the slack. Holly always gets a bit edgy when Oscar has these attacks and generally acts a bit grumpy. I always assume these are out of concern for her brother, so we usually get her some sweets or something to take her mind off it. Today, Holly saw me emptying the trash, which is usually one of Oscar's chores, and did that really prolonged sigh, which people do when they want you to ask them what's wrong. I put the trash back and went to talk to her. Holly is upset because we never do all this for her when she has a headache. I explain gently that Oscar doesn't get headaches, he gets migraines, and when she's as sick as he is, we do all this, but Holly was still upset. It's come on quite quickly, so I try to get her to understand, but she refuses. She carried on telling me how Oscar should just get off his lazy butt. Reprimanded her for talking about her brother like that, especially since she knows how hard this is for Oscar and he's hardly having a good time playing video games or something. He can play games.
Yes, Monster Sanctuary.
Oh dear God, that was loud.
Oh,
Holly
my bad.
continues saying it was unfair
I was
for
not
us
ready for that.
to do all this
No,
chores.
no, I
We
finally
should at least do the garden. We have a
figured
big
it
garden, and
out.
neither me or my wife is fit enough to take care of it. That we used to, and Oscar, being the sporty guy he is, took over. Told her bluntly if she cares so much about the garden, she should just do it herself. She got really mad about this, and I'll admit I probably should have adjusted it. She started accusing me of favoritism. I told her to go to her room to calm down because she was shouting loudly. Oscar was resting in the room right next to her, so she stormed off. Now I'm wondering if I was too harsh.
Okay, I'm no,
So
I'm
it
gonna say there's a
depends.
problem with both of this here.
Yeah, I think it's in everyone sucks here, but I hear is the son's migraines like diagnosed? Because if it's
I've
like,
had
Well, I
migraines
don't
before,
think.
and they are not headaches.
if
To the
it's
point
a,
that one time I had to leave my job early to rush myself to a hospital, and at one point I actually was about to park in a live roadway and run to the urgent care because I was just a few feet from it because I felt like I was actually about to pass out and I actually
oh
lost
yikes.
vision in my eyes.
Yeah,
But
like
I
if
managed
it's
to
a
get to the
genuine
hospital in
medical
time.
condition, then I understand it.
Yeah. In fact, they were questioning on if they would need to put me through an MRI to determine if I had a tumor in my brain to see if something was malignant, because this was an onset of a stroke. Migraines are
Yeah, I mean,
serious;
like,
they're not headaches. But OP shouldn't have said to the daughter, "Well, if you care so much, then you can do the chores." No, 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 no. You should have calmed
yeah,
the daughter down and said, "Hey, hey, hey, I think things are getting heated right now, and things are being misunderstood. Just take
I
a moment to cool down.
yeah.
I'm just still gonna do the chores, and then we'll have a more adult talk about this in just a moment."
I do think
That's
OP
how OP
handled
should have
it
handled it.
fairly well, minus that part,
yeah.
especially explaining it before that. I thought this would have gone very different actually. Just
Yeah,
curious.
I don't think OP is the
I
asshole
don't
here.
think so. I think Holly probably is.
If
I'm
it
still kind of concerned because there's some cases that like I've seen where it's especially in like medical things where men get lots of painkillers and stuff for like they really dramatize their pain and then women are forced to deal with it because they don't get those painkillers and stuff because it's just seen as normal for them to just live with pain. So I can see sort of something like that, but it depends on whether or not it's actually um like that bad.
Yeah,
Which I don't think I'll
I
actually get
mean,
an answer to, but yeah.
if it was true migraines, that son isn't moving at all. They
Yeah,
can't
like how
see
yeah.
anything. They can't handle sound. They can't do anything. I lost motor function
Yeah.
at one point.
I'm
It's
I think
serious.
if this is as serious as he says it is, that he's not the asshole. I also feel like this is this is asshole. I don't think she actually has a migraine. Yeah.
Yeah, without experience in migraine, it's kind of hard to perceive just how difficult it
Oh
is to
wait,
put up with anything under it.
I edited it
But the
to
one
add
catch is,
you're the asshole from the information provided. Hold on. Okay, okay. Yeah, headaches, migraines. Why does your son get the guest room for his migraines instead of using his own room? Does your daughter get treated to the guest room treatment if she is ill, or is she banished to her room? You left a lot out, but what you did say sounds rather dismissive of your daughter and everyone rallying around the son when he's ill. If it's as serious as it sounds like, I get it, but yeah, it's due to location darkness. For his room, blackout. Yeah, migraines are pretty rare. Where is OP's response? Also, the son is younger, actually, by 2 years.
yeah, I kind of agree to one comment that we kind of skimmed over where it said jumping to threatening the daughter with more chores over
Yeah.
her just improperly expressing her opinion as poorly as the daughter was doing that was not the right decision. That was the
It did say
argument
that
there.
there was quite a lot of area first that explained why they did this before going to the chores about the garden.
I don't
And
think OP's the asshole,
I don't
even
think so,
though
especially because
I
Holly
disagree
was
with
the
the
one.
word part.
Because the OP didn't immediately bring up the chores, because Holly was the one who brought up the garden in the first place.
I feel like daughter expressed her opinion very, very badly when she feels
Yeah.
like there's not enough, you know, favor. She feels like there's favoritism going on and
I've
stuff, and
been
not enough equal treatment. She expressed it poorly, and then got threatened with additional chores, and that's why she got pissed off. That was
I
not the
want
right
to
way to
know where the
no,
set
well,
you're
things
the
the
up.
daughter
asshole's
was
coming
already
from.
pissed off beforehand.
But she was
Um,
pissed off, and then OP basically
Yeah.
said, if you don't, like the situation and stuff, and you could do more chores or something in that post like that.
I'm
That
interested
was not the
because
right way to
this
settle
comment
the
this
thing with the
comment
daughter.
says that there's more information provided that made them change their mind. I want to find out where
but we
that
don't find we
is.
can't find the information is.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Not enough info. I kind of feel like things are missing here. A strong moment for your daughter. Doesn't get to dictate who does which chores and when. That's a good point.
Okay,
what
there's one
can I-
comment I haven't seen yet. Why is nobody saying the son is the asshole? If he just simply didn't get migraines in the first place, none of this would have happened. End of sarcasm.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
this is the thing. Obviously, with on the period. Yeah, not everyone has debilitating periods. Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, mine do not
Hannah,
come
you just
reoccurring
straight
in
up
a
got the
light.
name wrong.
What am I trying to do in this game again?
Yeah. Hmm. Has he been diagnosed by a doctor? This. Because if it's as serious
The
as
hell?
So I
it
don't
should
actually
probably
think
get
the
diagnosed.
has he been diagnosed by a doctor thing.
The comment below
I mean,
says that
yeah,
the
I
son
agree,
has
but
the guest
also,
room to himself,
like
so
you've
he
brought
has an
up,
oxygen mask to help with the migraine treatment.
Oxygen
And that comment is
mask?
saying that they have, yeah, the comment says that they've never heard of a medical treatment involving an oxygen mask for
Mm-mm.
migraines.
This feels very
I'm not a
like,
doctor,
yeah.
but I also don't have that with how severe mine get, and I have them once to 2 times a year.
There is no reason why you should have an oxygen mask for a migraine.
Yeah, in my cases, I have to be rushed to an urgent care, and they have to inject painkillers and depressants into me,
There's
so that way my brain
painkillers.
activity slows down. I think I made
None
that
of that
comment
has to
a
do
couple
with
months ago.
your
How
breathing.
I had an injection in my butt, and Axel was dying of laughter.
Can't
it
blame
might
her.
not be migraine. If it has an oxygen, I'm very confused.
I hope they.
Never heard of an
I
oxygen
hope
mask
they
being
went
used
to a
for treatment
doctor
of
and
migraine.
see something. It
I'm
could be
very,
something else.
I'm wondering where all of OP's reply comments are,
There
because
we
there's
go,
a
that
lot of
yellow
things
one.
that look like they're replying to OP's comments,
Yeah, and
and
then
I
there's
don't
no
see
OP.
any of OP's.
Yeah. There's a fucking surgeon? Christ. Gentle, everyone sucks here. That's real.
If oxygen really does treat migraines, this is
Yeah, I
something
hope your
probably
son
have
is
to
already
bring
under
up
the
the
care of a
next time.
neurologist. Yeah, this feels like a very to be able to get a good verdict.
This is a needs more info for me, but
Yeah.
a soft nut.
I
Like
think
from
most
what
of
we from the
most of the
information we
flack
have,
comes
it's
from like ignoring Holly's concerns about headaches.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Holly also diminished the brothers' migraines, so I feel like that's deserved.
I feel like sometimes we have an inclination to agree with the person who's posting, but or at least like I do.
Sometimes.
But also,
Yeah, there's a lot
like-
of stuff about parents here. Or that's not how you
Yeah,
spell
'cause-
senior. That is just not correct spelling.
I think they were going
Senor
Senor.
trip.
like
Senor trip.
hola, senor.
They're just actually traveling to Spain. My 39. Oh, I was gonna be like my 39 female husband. Question mark? Okay, so my 39 female husband, 33 male.
Husband.
Wait, so they're a 39-year-old female, and their husband's a 33 male, right?
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
tripping me up.
Yeah. Adopted my daughter, 18-year-old female, several years ago. Okay, so adopted. There's very interesting things about adoption, but interesting. Okay, when my daughter turned 17, she rekindled her relationship with her biological father and his new wife through social media. Okay. then eventually in person. Her biological father acts more like a big brother than a parent, letting my daughter drink. Well, that's not letting my
That's not
daughter
good.
letting my daughter drink, letting her boyfriend spend the night, etc. Daughter told me about 4 months ago after she graduates, she's going to move in with a biological father. I turned 40 as a gift to myself and as a graduation gift for my daughter. I paid for the entirety of a family trip to Disney World. We also have a 5-year-old son and a brother that's going. Okay. I invited daughter's boyfriend to come if it is ungrateful. That's I don't know about that. She's argumentative and she talks down to me a lot. We recently bought a car for her to use and told her that she needs to pay for half of the monthly payment, $135 her part. Does she have a job?
Okay, one problem I have is, did you ask her if she wanted a car or not?
That,
If she did
yes.
want the
If
car,
she
then
didn't
that's
want a
her
car,
problem.
then if she didn't have a car, she shouldn't be stuck paying for a car she didn't want. But also,
Exactly.
does she have a job?
If she didn't want it, she shouldn't have that burden.
Yeah, like if she doesn't paying with money she doesn't have.
I already read the entire post.
Hold on, let me see. Okay. Now that she
I've
wants to move
been
in with
reading ahead of
biological
you this
father,
entire time.
she's complaining about paying for any of it. This sounds like a recent thing, so that might be a thing on the daughter. Okay. Tonight, I overheard her loudly talking to her boyfriend. He has paid nothing towards this part of the trip. I've already bought his plane ticket and was saying he didn't know if he wanted to go because he doesn't want to be around me and my husband. My daughter said he didn't have to worry about me and my husband because the trip is for the two of them. Her boyfriend made a sarcastic and derogatory comment along the lines of, if your super intelligent nurse mother would have done her research, I definitely don't want the boyfriend coming now, and he's out no money if I cut him from the trip. Would I be the asshole for cutting my daughter out too? I've worked my butt off to pay for this trip, and I'm spending a small fortune. I don't want her crappy attitude, ungratefulness, and arrogance to ruin this trip for the rest of us. I'm going to say not the asshole, but I'm feeling an undertone of the daughter should be respectful to the parents just because they adopted her, which is not exactly a good thing. And it's a very big thing in adopted families. Info, did you ask your graduating daughter what she wanted as a graduation gift? Was she considered at all, or is this really a family trip for you and your younger kids and she was simply invited? This is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why the focus on her having a relationship with her biological father? Did you ask her before your husband adopted her? Was it just done and she was expected to accept it? Disney World trip was of her choosing. I offered her multiple other places, and this is what she chose. The gifts to myself part was simply due to the fact that I planned it so that we are there on my birthday. I don't have an issue with her having a relationship with her biological father. Responsible behavior that he allows that I have the problem with. That's totally fair. He's the one that walked out on her when she was 7 years old and signed his rights to her over. Oh, I see. So they know him personally. Okay. She was devastated by what he did to her, and she's the one who asked my husband to be her dad. We put her through counseling so that she knew what was happening, and she was more than willing to be adopted. Okay. That seems totally fine. Did the change in your daughter's behavior occur only after she started visiting her bio dad? If yes, prior to her reconnection with her bio dad, what was the relationship like between daughter and her half sibling? Was she being asked to do a lot of babysitting to accommodate her work schedule? Small child and a 17, 18-year-old want to do different things at Disney World. Yeah. Perfectly accepted to cancel the boyfriend's invite if he can't pay for his plane ticket. Does he have a job? Yeah. Volatile age.
Oh my god. That comment. I don't know if I can repeat it. Probably shouldn't. It's TOS, isn't it?
Let me see. I'm trying to find stuff from the OP aside from that one. I don't think I saw.
I feel like there's one part of info we need. When OP asked the daughter, hey, we're going to have you a little trip or everything. It's going to be a senior gift. Where do you want to go? And the daughter went, oh, I want Disneyland. Did you already tell her, or did you set her up of the explanation of, hey, your boyfriend is not coming unless he can pay his own way? Or is this coming late? Like, almost before the trip is happening? If you let them know from the beginning, then there's absolutely no problem with it. Because
Oh my god, it is so late for me. I have work in the morning. Going to leave.
so do I.
This, you bought this shirt supposedly for her, but if you want to cut her out of it, was it ever really for her in the first place? You bought her a car, told her she had to pay for half of it. How much of the decision in getting that car was she involved with?
My point earlier.
Yeah. Maybe she's being so selfish because she feels that everyone's putting her last. Yeah, so this is just like info. Have you really listened to where her feelings have come from, or just dismiss them at her as her acting out? Yes, that's a big thing with like the attitude that I didn't like. Just calling it attitude was not nice. This, yeah. You would be the asshole if you don't communicate and just spring it on her. Model appropriate adult behavior for her. Don't go full on vengeance mode because she's acting like a child. Yeah. Start by sitting her down and asking how she's feeling to cancel. You can explain you overheard her and it sounds like she's not into it. As it's super expensive, you prefer to cancel instead of wasting money. You're out without judgment. Don't interrupt and try to keep her opinions and emotions out of it. Does she have? You can explain to her how much hours she'd have to work to make this trip happen. She still wants to go, then tackle the boyfriend topic. You haven't received his money per the agreed upon terms. You need by X date or his tickets will be canceled. Yeah, because the with the boyfriend, it was prearranged. Yeah, because it definitely feels like the biological father, obviously not a good figure for her, but he is letting her do whatever she wants. So obviously he's the favorite right now. However, it's not responsible.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a difference in parental models.
Yeah.
I think, obviously the drinking age is 21, but I think in certain places, not even outside of the country of the United States, I think there's certain places where, in a non-religious sense as well, somebody under the age of 21 can drink if they're in the confines of their own home with parental permission and
Oh
supervision.
yeah, yeah, that is a rule.
So I feel like maybe things like that are coming through. The daughter getting more freedom. It's kind of making the biological father, stand out a bit. Along with the fact that if the biological father has been gone, now that they're magically back together and stuff, it's kind of caused the daughter of, oh no, I don't want to lose him again. So it's putting stress on the family that she already has because she wants to be with the other father, the biological father, that much more.
Your last sentence is a bit of an alarming way to think of your daughter. I understand you're venting, but I do hope you don't think that way about her. Which she legit doesn't care who she hurts as long as it benefits her. That doesn't feel like something you'd say. They get this. Consider family therapy. Yeah, that's good. But you and your daughter, if you want to keep having a relationship with her, I have friends who have had their relationship saved completely between their parents and them from it. Also might not work out. Not surprised, boyfriend doesn't have the money to go to Disneyland. 18, that's a lot to ask. Yeah. Talk to her and give space to be quiet.
To be honest, I feel like I would be an asshole in this case. I feel like my position is way too strict. Or not strict, but cold and distant. But my situation would be is if I worked hard for the vacation and I'm paying for all of this, if you're going to be a drag on the vacation I have to try and de-stress from everything I have to deal with at my job, then you're not coming.
Yeah.
And if you're unhappy about that, then you can pay your own way.
Because this isn't just a senior trip, because OP said it also lined up with her birthday. So it's a 2-in-1. That could also be where the daughter feels as if she's just along for the ride, because they're already doing this for the birthday, so they decided to lump in the Disneyland as well. But it made it sound like the birthday gift was an afterthought, so I don't know.
That would be my position on it. Unfortunately, that would mean I would cut out the daughter. And that's one thing that the daughter would absolutely hold against me in that case if I was OP. And we were just pushed into the biological father's side more. And the one unfortunate thing I would lean on is if things don't work out with the biological father, then yeah, I'm still here for them. I'm still here for my daughter. But the problem is, it's gonna have to be something bad that happens for the daughter to realize where her true family is, not with the husband or the former husband that walked out on her when she was 7, but with the family over here that she's turned rude against. So it's kind of a hard one. Not the asshole for cutting out the daughter from the trip so that way you can have a peaceful one, but the daughter is absolutely going to view you as an asshole, and it's going to cause some extreme strain later on for a family.
Definitely. OP couldn't even give an explanation for why she might be an asshole without taking shots at her daughter again. Why you might be the asshole. Explanation section. I'm contemplating canceling my daughter's senior trip due to extremely disrespectful attitude and gratefulness. Why she might be an asshole without taking shots at her daughter. I see. Yeah, a lot of adopted parents see adoptees lesser than their biological kids. Yeah. Easier to interact with, grovel, show unlimited gratitude. Yeah. Oh! OP is the daughter's biological mom, stepdad adopted the daughter. Really? If that's true, then. Huh.
This is a hard one.
Hey. It does feel like an everyone sucks here, I think. Not enough info, but also just everybody sucks. I think that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to say that that's the last one we do because it is 12 and my throat hurts. So let's see. Let's hope I don't fucking crash. Let's see who is live.
Hey, chat, am I the asshole if Ace is trying to look for somebody to raid for a stream and then I just remove their glasses?
You would be wasting your money. You would be wasting so much money. I'm so close to crashing.
I could just cancel the raid by redeeming end stream.
God. My throat hurts so bad. I should not have done this. Oh my god. Wait. Let me see who's live. Oh my god.
Could redeem kazoo time so you're ending
I don't have
stream
my
message.
kazoo.
Nothing but kazoo. I wonder what that would sound like.
What, no kazoo?
No, but having to give an entire like, hey everybody, thank you for joining. Hope you have a great rest of your day. We're gonna go say hi to I don't know, moo berries or something, but it's all filtered through like a kazoo.
I need like a voice changer just to have like silly things like that. Oh shit, mouse streaming for once.
Voice mod did updates that I haven't realized. There's one called Broken Mic. Testing. Oh god.
Oh god. Well, let's go ahead and raid Mal then. It's been so long since I've seen them. Holy. Also, new emotes coming
I got one
soon.
called Voice Enhancer.
New emotes coming as soon as I actually fucking draw them. Which is hopefully soon. But,
hooray!
Yeah, no stream tomorrow because my mom is not working because 3-day weekend. Next stream will be next Friday. I don't know what I'll do. I like this r/am I the asshole. I'm definitely gonna do more, I think. I'm also gonna try and see if I can edit this to actually post on YouTube. So we'll see.
Oh, we should send you to more subreddits then.
Yeah,
Um,
I had.
like ones involving Karens or I don't work here lady.
Ooh, yeah. Lots of ideas.
Or like a do you know who I am?
I'll put a poll in the Discord. It's either gonna be that, it's another Reddit one, or I think either working on music. I'm almost done with
Wait,
transcribing a song, not the one I worked on
wait,
stream.
Ace.
Yeah.
Ace, have you heard of the malicious compliance subreddit?
Whoa, I have.
It is so good.
I will definitely check that out. But for now, let's go send some love to Mao, and I will see you all next time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
We gotta make a raid message. Ace, no, we don't have a raid message.
You don't have a raid message.
Good.